Shall we
Let's
dance it in?
Let's fucking dance
Let's
it in.
dance it in now. Thank you to the live band, by the way.
Hey.
Thank you to the live band.
Shout out
Scarps.
to Doobie the Ooby.
Yeah.
Let's go, Scarves. Let's go, baby.
How's everyone doing?
Let's fucking
Thank
go,
you for coming
man.
on. We appreciate it.
I'm so hyped that we got to do this.
Yeah, finally got it going. Steven Scarpa, the official Steven Scarpa people. Go find. Yeah, where
Check
can we
out
find
my
you?
Instagram at the official Steven Scarpa. Besides that, I'm not really on any other social media.
Yet.
Yeah, I need to make a TikTok.
TikTok loading.
That's what everyone's telling me.
Dude, I think
Yeah.
TikTok is the place for music nowadays. It's like
It's a place. It's a place if you wanted to blow up like fast, or not even fast. Just like that's where everyone.
That's
is.
where everyone finds
Everyone's
their
glued
music.
to your phone on TikTok.
It's always like a trendy video and then some hot music over it, and then you're like, oh damn, what's this song? That's what people find music nowadays. Dude,
That is how you play music.
when we were younger, you had to go to like Walmart and like go through like the CD aisle and like, oh, like look at this, listen to that. You know what I mean?
Do you remember datpiff.com?
Dude, datpiff.com. We were just playing.
That's where I got all my stuff.
Were you with me in the car where I was playing Brand New by Wiz and with Taylor Gang?
Yeah,
and it goes datpiff.com.
Datpiff.com.
Dude,
Mobile.
Wiz Khalifa, Mac Miller. Shout out Mac Miller, best
Dude,
artist of all time. but
R.I.P.
Dude.
all those.
Is he your GOAT?
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, we got to get into that.
Big RIP. Like this is a somber note, but how good was he gonna be? Because he was only getting better.
He was already good.
He was already
great.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was already great.
I mean, I couldn't. So I know that he's coming out with something soon. I forget the producer that's on it, but it's
Madlib.
like a post-mortem. Yeah,
Madlib.
Madlib. Yeah, so I can't
Madlib,
wait
yeah.
for
They
that.
just dropped actually a single with him. Did you listen to that one?
No, I haven't.
Let me throw it on real quick.
Oh hell yeah!
So they just
Throw that shit on.
dropped. It looks like a song that was supposed to be on Watching Movies with the Sound Off. If you know that album.
Yeah, of course.
So here is the single. Hold on, let me go to OBS, screen record.
Yes, sir. In the lab with it.
I'm in the lab right now. You gotta like specifically put it on Spotify. Okay, here we go. So it's called The Quest. If you see like the cover art looks exactly like Watching Movies with the Sound Off. But it sounds pretty old timey.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm on to this.
I already like
This
it.
will be in the car for the next few months.
Already.
Yeah, so
Yo, so would you? Speaking of music, making music, you've been dabbling yourself, Scarps.
I have.
So I mean, I think it's an obvious answer for number one. Who would you collab with other than Mac?
let's go.
Or who would you
man.
want?
Like
Living
famous
or dead?
artists?
Living or dead? Let's go with living. I'd say I want the band of Sublime behind me.
Oh,
I think that would be
No
sick.
way.
So
Dude,
like
yes,
the original
sir.
band from Sublime, I think would be sick to have as backup for like a collab.
Hell yeah.
I like that type of music, so I'd say the Dirty Heads too. Dead Mac Miller.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
That's
Hell
Well,
yeah.
it shows that like you have like a very diverse like sense of style, like when
Oh,
it can
so
taste of
much,
music.
man.
So like Sublime is so different from like a Mac Miller. Obviously they're not the same genre, but I think like I do love the alternative indie stuff.
Oh,
That's like
for
some of
sure,
my
dude.
favorite shit. It's so funny because like you know who Mac DeMarco is?
I've heard of him. I don't know his music though.
Oh, dude, Mac DeMarco is someone. I don't want to play music the whole time because, dude, I just feel like we would connect so much on music.
Yeah.
But I gotta play you a Mac DeMarco song.
Yeah, you would definitely like Mac DeMarco.
He's like, he's like the mainstream of alternative, like indie rock type of music.
Yeah.
And dude, you would love him. Hold on. Dude, he released an album that was like 9 hours long, like a full work day.
That's dope.
Yeah.
It's called One Wayne G.
Like a Tool album.
Dude, it has 199 songs.
Damn.
It's 9 hours long.
And look at the
That's for the people.
look at the
That's-
song titles. They're just numbers.
They're just number or they're dates, I think, of when he just like
Wow.
Oh, okay.
made it.
Do people fuck with this album?
I mean, dude, I listen to like 2 songs. I can't listen to that.
Damn.
It's crazy. But
Like how popular is this guy?
he's the mainstream of indie alternative.
Wow.
Hold on.
Yeah, no, I first heard him like I don't know 4 or 5 years ago, and he was playing, and then someone in the back was like, "Yo, is this Mac DeMarco?" And I was like, "Yo, this guy's actually popular." But dude, you never know. Like
I'm gonna go with this
you've
song.
heard this song. It's like Instagram Shorts.
Yeah.
too
Like,
sure.
have you
Isn't that
heard,
crazy?
Have you heard the song, These Beautiful Things That I Got, Please
Yeah.
Stay? And it's just that snippet every time. And, like, I don't know, if one of my songs...
It just catches.
Sorry, when one of my songs are to pop off. If it's
When.
If it's...
When speak into existence.
Thank you to a live
Proud in
crowd.
the back.
Thank you. But yeah, if it's just that like little snippet of a song and that's how it goes for the first like 2 albums, I think I'd be kind of upset by that.
Yeah, you'd rather people
Well-
actually enjoy and listen to your music.
I listen to albums fully. Like if someone were to come out with a new
Shouts.
album, like I start from top to bottom and then like pick out the ones I like. But I'm always gonna listen to it in
In
sequence.
sequence, yeah.
So
Isn't
That's
that
the
how it's
only
meant
way.
to be
Yeah.
listened to?
yeah,
The only way to do it.
We were just talking about how. Have you seen Stranger Things?
I've seen the first 2 seasons and then I thought it was just not.
You just thought it was
not my
meh?
speed.
It fell off.
I just didn't
Fell
think it
off.
was cool.
So, well, for the last season, it really blew up this artist, Kate Bush, Running Up That Hill. You know that song? So, whatever. It was a song that she made back in like the late 70s, early 80s. And because Stranger Things is like set in the 80s. So, they were playing that song. And apparently, that song was never big in the 80s until like the 2020s. So, this lady, Kate Bush, blew up like 40 years later because of a TV show. Like the song was always good. The song was always there. No one just
Yeah.
listened to it. And then like they have this platform that just put it on and like everyone can see it now like how good it really is. So I think that's like what's so good about nowadays with like TikTok or even like films or movies or games sometimes. Like, you'll find music in games
It's
like
just so easy to find it now online.
dude, it's
Yeah.
It's
that
really
like
cool.
streaming has been so good but also so bad. You know what I mean?
Is streaming bad for the artists?
Yeah, answer that.
Seeing that I have no major label, I'd say absolutely not. That's how I'm going to get my music out there. I'm sure the
true.
labels will be very pissed off by that, but anybody can make music and put it onto any streaming service now, like that easily. Like one day I
Yeah.
literally woke up and I was like, I have this song that I've been playing on acoustic, which is the one Wasted Life that you put on your Instagram.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I
Shout
literally,
out.
Shout out.
literally just threw that on there. And I was like, I need to get something out because I've been talking about this for years now. Like, let me just do it. And I woke up one day, and by the end of the day, it was getting released onto everything else.
Yes.
So besides the distribution companies like messing things up for it taking 7 days to produce the song online, like it's that easy.
It's that
Yeah.
It really is. Like even with the podcast, like we have like our first 10 episodes on Spotify, and we weren't like that's like right when we fell off. Like all our equipment broke and shit. And then when we got back, we haven't been back on, but we had 10 episodes of like way less quality production. This isn't even high quality.
Yeah, we're
And they
bare
were on
bones,
Spotify.
but
It was on
yeah.
Spotify.
Dude, but I like, so I've seen some of your clips, and the ones that are fuzzy,
sir.
like it has a good like vibe to it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
I-
Dude,
I
that's
thought it
take
was
it.
cool looking. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Like,
that's so funny. You're the second person to say that because one of our other boys, literally the other day that we just had on, just said that like it creates some type of like atmosphere, like
Yeah.
a type of vibe where it's like, even though it is kind of just like shitty quality, but it's just like, I don't know, it reminds me of like 90s like B-roll footage type thing. So like you said, it
Yeah.
is like kind of vibey.
It's
It
a
is-
vibe. It's a vibe.
It's something.
I
It's just
mean,
the vice in the back. It's just
Yeah.
chill. It's nothing. We don't need anything special. We just want to spend some quality time with some
Yeah.
good people. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And like some of the best music you'll see is just a man and a guitar, or a man and a piano, or a woman. You know, anybody in an
Yes.
instrument.
Any
But
gender.
just saying, like, look at like a Zach Bryan. That guy's blowing up the country scene, and 90% of his songs are usually just him and a guitar.
Yeah.
And like maybe a band, but like still, it's just like really very little doctoring, very little like mixing and mastering. It's just all raw instrument.
yeah, and it's also cool to see like how far you come because like you know I make a bunch of different. I'd call it a potpourri of content.
A potpourri
on my Instagram, but if I look at my old videos when I scroll all the way down, and like not gonna lie, obviously I'm gonna cringe out a little bit, but then
Yeah,
I scroll
everyone does.
all the way back up, and I'm like, damn, all right, that's a lot of progress, you know. And
Hell
people
yeah.
just see it for as like
Wow.
one video at a time, but if you like actually take the time to look at how far you've come video by video, you're like, holy shit, my production level's better. Like I sing better, I do this
Quality,
better.
yeah.
it's,
yeah, facts.
That's funny you bring that up because like usually when you look at the old shit, yeah, you cringe like,
Oh,
damn,
it
I can't
sucks.
believe I used to do this. But then yeah, when you if you just go back up,
Yeah.
just go look at your most
It's so
recent
true,
shit
though.
and be like,
Yeah.
holy shit, look at that journey, look at that growth because we were just saying how like anytime you first start something for the first time, you're always gonna be a fool at it.
Yeah.
No one just
Yep.
starts being a god at things except for Ty with sports.
All right.
But other than
No,
that,
not even.
But-
Not even.
not even Ty had to work for it. But there's some people that definitely have like innate like talent, but like you're gonna be foolish at first, and that's like nothing wrong with that. Like that's literally how you get better.
Part of the process.
Part of the process.
100%.
So it is cool to think that like, yeah, before like we were just recording on like SD cards, so like we couldn't live stream. Like even if we knew how to live stream at the time, we couldn't. Like
Yeah.
we had to figure out that you had to connect everything to the computer,
Yeah.
run it as an interface, and then link the stream key to the Twitch, and then you're
Yeah.
live streaming with Steven Scarpa.
Yeah, I get it.
Shout out.
The official.
Shout out
The
the
official.
official.
On Instagram.
The
Look 'em
official.
up.
Thanks again, everyone.
Yeah, yep. But what was I gonna say? It's funny we say like we're making progress, which we are, but
Yes, sir.
that episode that we just dropped with Lou, that night we were sitting right here for
dude,
like
don't
2
even-
hours.
Don't even remind me.
Because we're like, yo, the audio's not working. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, it was all like set up working just fine, and so there's this
That
one.
knob was turned down.
Yeah, this knob was turned
For 2 hours.
The only problem was that it wasn't. We had the volume all the way down.
Yeah.
and I didn't know that dial operated that. So I'm like, it should be working. Everything's fine, and like just wasn't working. I was like, damn. I thought like I was literally just like ready to like kill myself.
Yeah.
That's strong
No,
emotions, but
it
like
sucks.
I was just like, holy shit. Like obviously, like anything you do with technology, there's gonna be difficulties. It's not gonna be glorious every time, but that day was just like way worse. And I think it was because and someone gave us this advice later on, that we were high before, so we just had muck brain.
We just mocked.
And we were just trying to chill, talking the pod, have a good time. But then we were
this
too
knob
chill.
right here.
Yeah, we were too chill for the situation at hand. And someone was like, "Yeah, dude, you got to make sure everything's good before you get high." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Damn, that's a good rule of thumb."
That's why you asked me if I wanted to smoke before this, and I literally, before I even got here, I was contemplating it. I was like, I'll probably have zero to say if I'm on the show. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
You get quiet?
Dude, for instance, like I went on a date. I wouldn't even call it a date. We went on a smoke sesh.
Let's go.
Like this girl
Hell yeah.
picked me up, and we went.
That's king shit.
And we
That's
smoked
such
weed.
king shit.
Oh, but it gets worse. It's not a great story. I smoked weed with her, and obviously I get in my like quiet zone where I'm just thinking in my head like, what the hell is happening?
You're just in the deep, dark corners
Yep.
of your mind.
Yep, and I'm just silent. Meanwhile, she's talking. Eventually, we get back to my house, and like in my head, I'm like, "Oh my god, I need water," but I'm not gonna ask her for water. So and then
you
I was like,
need water.
I was literally like, I gotta go, and I just dipped out. Didn't ask for a kiss. Didn't ask her if she wants to come inside. I was just like, I'm gonna go.
No, you
And,
can't
like,
kiss with cotton mouth. It's the
Sprinted
worst.
out the car, dude, and then like I got water, like settled down a little bit, wasn't baked anymore, and I was like, yeah, that was fucked.
No, there are definitely times when you'll smoke and like you just won't feel
Nah,
like
a
the way
lot
you
of
wanna
times
feel.
on pod, if I'm talking, I just hit a wall. I'm like, what the fuck was I just talking about? Like, I had
Dude,
no
I had
idea.
that the other day and I wasn't even high. I wasn't
Yeah.
even high, and I
It's
was just
the
like,
worst.
I was like, what was I gonna say? We were talking about how like that is like when you're driving, how sometimes you're just like driving, you're like, damn, how did I already get to where I was
Yeah,
going?
you
Oh,
zone
that's
How do
the
you
best
remember it?
feeling. I love that. When I'm driving and it just goes by, greatest.
No, you're right. It's the best, but also a scary feeling when you're like, Tim, I don't even remember driving.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like a thing of life. You're just on autopilot so much, you know what I mean? That it's like normal,
Yeah, and
I
it
wanna
gets
think-
worse every day as we get
But
older.
yeah,
dude.
maybe that's
Right.
just early signs of dementia.
No, hopefully not.
No, but that's the thing. As we age, time just moves faster.
Yeah, and you're just
It's relative.
you're in a regular sequence the whole time. I mean, every day is going to be the same unless you change it because you have to work, you have to pay
That's a great
bills.
point.
Yep.
So that's why I just do the music stuff and every other crazy venture that I go on.
Hell
'cause-
yeah,
Dude.
Let's talk about those other ventures.
Can I actually talk about Doobie the Uber driver? Because
Yeah.
I'm not, dude, I'm not fucking
'cause
around
we
when I
need a
say
ride.
this. We need a ride, number one.
We need a
And
ride.
and number two,
Absolutely.
and number two, I think it's the best thing. Like the sketch comedy shit, I think
Oh
is
my God.
popping right now, and I think
Hilarious.
Like, TikTok would eat that shit up, dude. It's fucking funny. You guys are putting effort into it. Like you're making it's a legit skit.
Yeah.
And like you're creating characters, and I think it's fucking hysterical. Like I'm telling you, TikTok would eat it up.
100%.
I'm telling you, we need a ride because I love sketch comedy.
All right, we'll come
I
up
think
with
it's
some
so
ideas
good.
after this.
100%, dude. 100%.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're robbing banks.
Yeah.
We need
With
a
Doobie.
ride. We need a ride to the studio,
That
and Doobie's gonna get us
Dude,
in
we
some
need
shit.
a ride. Dude, low key, can we please pull up to Dan's stew
yeah.
and make some fucking
I mean,
music?
I can't make the decision,
No,
but
of
I'm
course.
sure he won't.
Dan,
he
we're
won't
coming.
say no.
Dan, we're coming, dude. Because I actually just hit up Dan, and he was saying he's been making an album.
Yeah.
He's been busy making an album. I'm like, dude, let's go. I'm hyped for that. I can't wait.
Are you part of that album?
Not
Feature?
yet.
Not
Dan
yet.
hit me
Not
up,
yet.
but no,
Not
Dan,
yet.
If the crowd doesn't know, Dan Saladay, kid we
Shouts.
grew up with,
Yes, sir. Big
one
shouts.
of the best musicians that I've ever met. I'll give him that.
One of the best
100%, dude.
people I've
Yeah,
ever
that
met.
too.
Yes.
I think he's so just like such a kind person. Damn, that dryer's going overtime, bro. But
Shout
Washer.
out to the dryer.
oh, is it a washer?
Could they clap for
Shut,
him?
yeah, shut up.
That washer's putting in work right now.
The Tide Pods are doing a spin. Can you see it?
Yeah.
No,
I've never actually seen it go that hard.
I think Dan is like a super like educated, like well-rounded individual. Like the conversation we had with him, what was that? Like a 3-hour pod almost.
Yeah, no,
And
we were cutting it up.
It was
for sure.
outside too because it was nice weather. We try to do these outside when it's nice out.
Yeah.
Today, obviously, that was not happening.
Yeah.
Shitty day.
This is my first winter back in New England in 9 years. And yeah, it's been.
No kidding.
It's been
Because
shit.
you were.
Where do you
were
go?
out in,
I was in the military for 5 years right after
Oh,
high
right.
school.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
worries.
Shout out.
I lived in Hawaii. Thanks, everyone. Lived in Hawaii.
Oh my
And then
God.
after that, I moved to Arizona to like work and go to school. So
No
I
shit.
just haven't been used to winter climates.
Dude, how
And-
hot is Zona?
In the summertime, it gets to like 118.
Damn.
But that's like a
Jesus
bad.
Christ.
You just don't go outside. It's nice.
you stay inside.
Yeah, good AC. It's a good day.
Oh man.
118 is not every
118.
day though. That's like a rare occasion.
high-
Dude, that's like
Yeah.
a hot tub. 118.
But it hits 100 every day. And let me tell you something.
Oh, yeah.
Even when it's 100,
It's dry.
there's always girls by the pool. Like it's a good day.
Okay.
I mean-
do we have a?
So
that works. I guess that works.
During the winter, you don't see anything cool happening out here.
it's true.
Oh my
That is
God.
true.
Dude, I don't even think like anyone goes like ice skating. There's like no. Everyone's like,
Nothing.
fuck that.
Nothing.
Honestly,
Fucking cold.
this winter there wasn't even. It wasn't even like wintry enough to like
think it
ski,
was our warmest
snowboard.
winter.
Yeah. There was no. You couldn't really skate on the ice. So you couldn't do anything. That's fun.
Dick. You have to go to
But would-
Maine to go fucking skiing.
Yeah.
Travel
would you
to
say,
fucking
would you say
Allagash.
you're like a southern, like you want to live in the south or the west coast because of the weather, or are you like a stay
I'm
near your
on that
home
train.
or what?
I'm
I
on.
don't know if I'm on the home train, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on the what you said first. I'm on that train.
Randy says he's moving to Atlanta.
Why Atlanta?
I want to go to. I want to go to Georgia. I want to move to Georgia because it's in the South. People are friendlier. The weather's nicer.
Food's better too.
Food's better.
better.
For real.
Atlanta is just like obviously like a big hub for music and rap, and it's a big city. And
You're gonna be interviewing Lil Baby like every day. I don't
Dude,
know.
That'd be cool.
Ty, imagine
We will be yes,
Ty,
we will be. Scott will
imagine
be
Going?
there.
Imagine we
It's gonna
moved.
be
I like the Carolinas better though.
yeah,
That's-
Carolina.
I spent a
Dude,
good amount of time.
If
there.
you're a football fan, kind of.
Yeah, I mean football's big in the South no matter where you go.
Yeah, I guess in
but-
Georgia too. Yeah,
The-
I'm crazy. I'm stupid.
But
But-
there's something about the nice weather though. It just like
It just gets so depressing here in the
They say
fucking winters, dude. I literally get
seasonal-
seasonal depression.
seasonal depression's real
Terrible.
because like you don't see the
Terrible.
sun.
yeah, I experienced
Dude, you
it.
get no vitamin D.
100%.
You get no bitches at the pool in bikinis.
Just no fun. Like I like being able, like even on the worst day, you can at least go to the pool in Arizona and just like have a few drinks. You don't have to get in the water because it gets cold, like relatively, like 65 degrees.
Dude,
Yeah.
your worst day in Arizona is my average day here.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know what I
So,
mean?
it-
I don't know. I think the South is the way to go, man. Like, especially like when you see, you watch Joe Rogan at all?
time to time, I like him on UFC.
Oh yeah, especially that. He moved from L.A. to Austin, Texas, because obviously like at the
I
time.
guess LA sucks now.
Well,
It's
Just with,
always
like-
sucked.
it's just a lot of poverty and a lot of crime, especially like after all like the I think it was like a big after the George Floyd movement occurred, and people like were looting and like kind of like robbing stores, and I think he just
Have you been
like,
there? Either of you?
I've been to LA, but I've never been to Austin.
Dude, I don't know about you, but I went there when I was 19, when I was in the military. We went to California just for fun.
Hell yeah.
And we went to LA. And it was an absolute dump.
Dude, it's not fun, dude.
I
Venice
expected
Beach,
it to be like the
Dude.
movies, the rap videos,
Yes.
like all that shit. And I was like, this place sucks.
yeah, like when you listen to Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg talk about Inglewood and obviously Compton, like you think like, oh, LA, all that area is gonna be like sick, but yeah, you go, it's a legit dump. Like Venice Beach, like what is that show? The one with David Hasselhoff. The one with the lifeguards. Baywatch. Like Baywatch is supposed to be on Venice Beach. You go to Venice Beach, it literally is like Nahant.
Yeah.
It's literally no better than Nahant Beach, and Nahant Beach is trash.
There's people
it's no better
sleeping
than
on
Revere
every
Beach.
star.
You know what I mean?
Every star has a homeless man sleeping on it.
Yeah, dude, we go to Star
Keeping
Walk.
it warm.
I can't wait to
Keeping
go
it
see
warm.
fucking The Rock's star, and then there's just shit on it. There's like legit poop.
Actual poop?
Like actual poop, dude.
Damn.
It's crazy. It is actually the craziest shit. I want to go to Texas though. Texas is like gigantic.
Dope. Yeah.
Like huge. Everything's bigger in Texas. But I think like everything. I think you could fit like 4 European countries in Texas. Like the U.S. is like gigantic when you think about it.
U.S.
Like-
isn't small.
Dude, you can drive from Germany to fucking Spain. It would take you 3 hours. You would think that would
Yeah.
take like
That's crazy.
a 3-hour flight. You can
nuts.
drive from Germany to Spain, probably shorter than 3 hours. Let's look that up.
Going country to country over there is like state to state here.
Yeah,
because
me-
it's just that small.
Me and my buddies
It's
from
like
here
state
did
to
a cross-country trip from California to Massachusetts in a van. And we stopped at like 3 places in Texas. San Antonio, El Paso, and Austin. But
Oh yeah.
El Paso, don't go there. But the other 2, great time.
Don't go
great
there.
time.
Dude.
All right, I'm capping. It's a 20-hour drive from Germany to Spain.
All right, yeah. Never mind.
But, I mean, still, 20 hours from... It would take 20 hours for us to go from Mass to, like, Florida.
yeah,
But
about that.
Spain's at the at the bottom though. Like what part is?
Spain is, like,
Yeah.
the beginning. Yeah, Germany's high. I did an outrageous one, but that's just because I'm outrageous. But let's see. Drive from Mass to Florida, and let's see that. It might be
I'm gonna go with
longer.
18 hours.
I think it might be like 30 now that
I
I'm
say
thinking about it.
23.
What part of Florida are we talking about?
It says 21 hours.
The border.
I don't
The
know what
border.
part, but
From like
that's
the
crazy to
border
think
of
though.
Mass.
It's crazy to think though. You can go from a state of Massachusetts to the state of Florida at the same time it would take you to drive from fucking Germany to Spain.
That's
Less
a lot
than
of
legit-
countries.
Different country, not just a different state. So that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, I mean you could
That's
drive.
weird.
You could drive from
Dude, we
Maine
could-
to
I could-
Canada in like 1 minute.
We could live in Mykonos, Greece, and we'd be like, "Yo, you want to get a fucking za from Italy?" And be like, "Yeah, dude, it'd be like 3 hours. Let's go. Like, take a trip." I bet. Let's see. It might be fucking closer.
There's no way.
Let's see. Greece to Italy. The greasy Italians. No, it's 19 hours. I'm so cap.
Well, not really.
If you take a train, I bet
This is
you
crazy.
it's.
Yeah,
They have trains all over the place.
This is all just driving, but I'm just
Plus,
fucking around.
plus, you're going to like the top of Italy. You're going through
I know.
Italy.
I'm not being accurate. I'm doing the most outlandish shit. But I'm just saying that's crazy to think though that like you can
a
just
different world,
drive
man.
to fucking Italy if you live in Greece.
That's the thing. Like we got put on this planet. Like we should experience it. You know, like where's the coolest
Dude.
place you've been? Like with
Yeah.
the military or
Talk about
wherever?
traveling.
Let's see. I've been like almost everywhere in the United States besides the northern part. Besides that, Europe, I went to Spain, Italy, and then I've been to the Philippines when I was in the military. The Philippines
Nice.
is like
Sick.
It's like The Hangover, dude. It was legitimately like the crazy. I couldn't even like put it together in a movie if I wanted to. It was that fucked up.
It's
of a
that
trip.
fucking outlandish
Yeah,
over there.
it's nuts.
Sheesh.
I don't even
any
like
stories?
I don't
You
know
you
what to talk about. I can't.
Yeah, that might be something
Yeah, we
we
won't make
save
you
for,
do that.
for after. Sheesh.
Yeah, for sure. But
So you were in like Thailand?
no,
just
Philippines.
That's it?
Yeah, we were there for Donald Trump did this like Aspen Summit thing where he was talking to all the Asian nations,
Oh, no kidding.
and me and my squad, well, like unit, were sleeping in helicopters in case he got like capped in the head or something.
Oh
No
shit.
shit.
Yeah,
So you were protecting
Damn.
the press.
I wouldn't say protecting. I was literally just sleeping in a helicopter because nothing happened.
Yeah. Dude, that's
You were there if
crazy.
something
happened.
You were there if something ever went
Yeah.
down. That's wild.
But that was we were there for like 3-4 weeks, and that like encounter was only 4 days long, and we couldn't drink the whole 4 days that was happening.
Right.
But before that and after that, it was like no holds barred. I'll actually tell. This is a good story. So the first day we get there, we were there with someone called the XO, which is a higher up, like a very high up command.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And he gives us a brief. He's like, yeah, don't do this, and don't go to Walking Street, which is like the big street, and then nobody can bring hookers back to their hotel room. We were staying in a 5-star hotel, but we all went out together, like the whole entire unit, and literally at one point we all see the XO leave with 2 girls on his arms, and we're like, okay, so that's out the window.
Holy shit.
He's
So
like, no hookers, but prostitutes.
Holy shit. So you can literally, is it legal there or is it?
Yeah, it's all legal. I mean, I didn't partake. I don't
Shout
do
out.
that.
Good move.
Shout
Good
out.
move.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
Smart idea, man.
Clap it up for that, man.
So do they love GIs over there?
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, they were all like. This is another good part. We would literally.
Let's go. Dive in.
We would walk into bars and they would see us with our haircuts and everything, white dudes walking in, and they would literally all start cheering. Ah, the Americans are here, and like
USA,
like the claps,
USA.
the claps, and we were literally just like, yeah, we're here to drink.
Hell
I don't know
yeah.
how exciting we're gonna be, but
Dude, that's great. So they really like, do they love just soldiers or just like foreigners in
I
general?
think just Americans in general.
Americans in
yeah.
general? That's
They love
crazy.
Americans, especially
Why?
like
We
young
suck.
Americans. No, we don't. We're fucking great.
We're
man.
Greatest
Fucking
country in the
great.
world.
I love us.
No, it is obviously like it's you. There's so many worse places you could be living in. Like obviously, like
100%.
we're so grateful, but at the same time, we just fucking suck. Sometimes we just fucking blow.
Maybe
think
with
the-
that attitude.
Yeah, maybe
with
I
that
have a bad
attitude.
outlook on it. I don't know. I think the world needs to do some shrooms. Everyone needs to do some shrooms and chill
All
out.
right,
I'm
well,
with that.
I think you should
I
do them
also need to
before
do
you tell
shrooms.
other people to
I
do
know,
it.
I know.
You haven't done them?
No, I've been wanting
He's
to.
all talk. He's all talk. Big talk guy.
I've had opportunities to do them, like literally presented in front of me, but I
Before
like
the pod.
I tweak.
said
I'm
no.
like, I just like, I want to make sure like when I do something that's like a really like a heavy psychedelic, I want to be in like a very like not that this isn't a comfortable environment, like this would be fine, but like
No, I
In
know
a
you
basement.
mean. though.
again, this is something that's like recorded and we're like on live and like I don't want to like.
No, you want to be at like the beach or something, dude.
Yeah,
Dude, I want to be.
in the-
I want to be in nature.
Yeah.
I want to be in
Nature.
fucking nature. I want to be hiking Breakheart, even though if you even count that as a hike.
You get stabbed
But-
in break hot.
Dude, there's some very questionable
Doobie.
places.
Unless you have money, Doobie ain't stabbing
Dude,
anybody.
is that where the next Uber driver is taking us? Is the Breakheart?
We're gonna need
Let's go
yeah,
stab
all right.
someone.
But there needs to be a plot. I can't just take you to Uber, Uber to stab someone. The other ones at least had a little bit of a plot.
No,
to
they
them.
did have a plot. Dude,
Yep.
Dan. What? Oh, we were
Dan's
just
killing it.
Dan's so fucking funny.
Dude, you know what I love about him?
Craziest mustache in the game.
That I love the mustache, but he's just down like for
Anything,
ridiculous idea that I have. And I mean, you guys are doing the podcast, so I bet you have friends too that are like, yeah, I'm down to do that. Crickets.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
like
Yeah.
it
They're
happens.
secretly not down.
Yeah, secretly not down, but they'll always tell you that they're
Oh,
down.
dude, just
Him
let
on the
me
other
know.
hand,
Just let me
it's just
know.
like, yeah, and then 2 days later we're filming and doing it, and he's like, all right, cool.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
So,
No, yeah, that's the same thing. Like we saw him
Have some
at
fucking fun in your life.
we
Yeah.
saw him at a party. We were like, "Yo, come on our pod." He was like, "All right, yeah."
Dude,
like, what's your number?
we literally-
like next week we're filming.
We literally just saw him randomly at a party. Like haven't seen him in a couple of years. Obviously, because like we were just in different grades. But I did track with him, and he was always a G, always a stud. He was a stud athlete, you know. And
Speed demon.
Speed Demon. And yeah, we were like, because we were just talking about music for like an hour. And I was like, dude, you need to like come on the pod. Let's talk about some music. And he was like, literally anytime.
Yeah.
And literally like,
Yeah.
I think like a week later he came on.
He said he wanted to do it again because I told him I was coming on tonight.
Dude, I texted him. I said I want him back on, but he's finishing. He's got to see the album
Yeah.
through.
Yeah,
And I
no,
get
that's-
it. I get it. He said give him like a month or two.
He wants to
and I was
promote
like,
the album on the pod. You know.
Yeah.
Dude, I would love to.
I mean-
we should listen to it and review it. Dude, we could have 2 more people on. So we should get him. We should get Delaire. We could also technically have a third person on. We should get Mark DeVincent. Shout out to all those.
Davini and Delaire, they both said they're coming on pod.
Dude, them
Still waiting.
them two. No, they would definitely
Well,
be
we-
down.
we have had
we
Delaire.
haven't really like set up a time for both of them.
Yeah.
But dude, I love Delaire. He's so talented.
He's the one
man.
who introduced me to Dan. But
Dude, he's
me and Delaire have
fantastic.
been friends since high school. We used to chill at Jake Salme's house.
Shout out.
Shout out
We all used
770
to
Key.
smoke weed and just play instruments at his crib.
Dude, what
I don't
is
know
it-
if you guys have been in that basement.
I think I have one
that,
time.
That castle on the hill.
Yeah.
That was his
Yeah,
house.
it is
he
on the
had,
hill.
He had a drum set, like a bunch of guitars, and we would all just go over there and smoke and jam.
Hell
it was
yeah,
awesome.
Dude, I honestly think Jake and Yachty's song together, Doing the Most, goes incredibly hard. Have you listened to
I
it?
don't think so.
Oh my God. We got to
Dude,
put
the
you
most
on.
goes hard.
Wait,
Dude.
is that the one when they were on like the kitchen table with the money?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's the one.
Dude, that song goes so hard. I'm playing it right now. Shout out Jake and Yachty. Oh my
I
God.
think it's Do the Most.
Is it Do the
I
Most?
don't know if that will make a difference in the search, but
Please tell me they didn't take it down. I'll be so sad. Here we go.
there it is. There it is.
Yeesh
Yeesh
tea, let's go. Sorry, I have to cook in the lab for a second.
With the Monclees. Shout out Montclair.
Fuck, sorry. When I walk around with fuck, okay.
This shit is hard.
Yo, Jake goes crazy on this shit. So does Yachty.
I mean, I got rips in my jeans from big bankrolls as well.
Turn the shit up, I can't at all. The people that never defense to me. The way that me and my mama came up with that gutter, that shit just sacred to me. All the
Yeah,
things
he's
that I earned,
sleeved
I put
up.
some sweat for, and that's why it's special to me. I don't know why I think they on my level. Ask me if I'm better, I'm saying it's definitely better myself and better my people. I could never
Yeah, dude, I definitely miss hanging out with these guys.
Making just peanut butter sandwiches. I love this.
Couple of times that I might have an issue, I hit up my dogs and they all there. It's cold in a bitch, I probably still sag my pants just to show off my pelt and my dick. Hope to get rich, I do everything that I can. You know I put on for my clique. Shit goes south, the shit can get ugly.
Yeah,
Yachty
dude.
going in.
Yachty actually raps hard on this. And then, oh, dude, this hook is actually incredible.
Salome with the hook.
Salome with the
He's
hook.
like Sway Lee with the hooks right
Yeah,
now.
he really is slightly, dude. This hook, I'm like mad I didn't think of this hook.
It's funny though, because
When I walk
actually right in front of this screen in middle school, we were like playing instruments, singing and shit. We had I don't know where the video went, but we were singing back then too. So we had a band called Stu and Drew because they called
What'd you
Salome
play?
Stu. I played the bass. I couldn't like.
All right.
It's still upstairs. I mean, I could get back on it. I never performed like on stage, but they went on stage, performed, like sang, like Kid Cudi. What was it?
Shouts Kid Cudi.
I forget what song
Oh,
it was,
Kid
but
Cudi.
yeah, they made like covers.
Yeah,
It was dope though.
Over the next month, or I'm not going to go that quick, but like the next 3 months, me and the band, which Dan's the drummer in, we're going to stop playing shows. So
Let's go.
I'll let you guys go on that. But next time, when I'd say like 2 months from now, we're going to have like 3 to 4 songs coming out that once they drop, if you guys want to have me back on the pod, that'd be awesome.
Dude, come on, literally be a
Anytime,
permanent guest.
anytime.
We want a permanent third guest. We really do.
Yeah.
I love having as many people as possible on here. Dude, literally come whenever, and I would love to. We can fucking play the music,
New
review
album,
it.
new music
Dude, we
coming
should just do-
soon.
It's
We should
not
just do a
just me and a
listening
guitar.
party.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not
Right.
just. Wait. So what's the band dynamic? Like, I know you guitar and sing.
I'm just lead singer in the band.
Okay.
Let's
so
go,
no guitar for
dude.
me. We have 2 guitarists,
You like?
Joey and Colby, and then our bass player is Matt Murdaka.
Dude,
Yeah.
Who
Let's
slaps
go.
on the bass.
slaps the
Who
bass.
slaps
Shouts
that bass.
Matty.
And you should hear him rip up a guitar too, honestly.
Matty
Slapping the
Murda.
bass.
Matty
Nuts.
Murda. Let's go. Dude,
Big
I
shouts.
think that I love drums the most as like a starter for like an instrumental. What do you think? Like, where do you go first when you guys are like creating a beat?
Honestly, we literally just get in there and it doesn't matter who, like we just start.
Someone just starts?
Yeah. And
Let's
then like
go.
everybody hops. I've actually never seen a dynamic like this that we're better at making new songs than recording songs. Because we'll just get in there and be like, all right, let's do this. And then 5 seconds later, we're just on a completely new song, and we're like, all right, that's fucking hard. Like, let's keep going with that.
Yo.
And then the
That's
whole
fucking
band
sweet.
practice is just us. We have a lot of songs in the pipeline, but we just need to get down to business and actually record them.
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
Is it like a lot of improv, like making it and shit?
So like me personally, like just doing vocals is like I'll hear what they're doing and I'm just like I don't say real words. I'm just like ba da da ba ba and like getting a rhythm, and then later after we record it on a phone, I'll like go back. This is my recording process. Is like I'll put words to it now that I have the melody down.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Like that's how I work.
Dude, I think. Do you ever have times when you just go in and you have like lyrics in mind, or is it usually just go off by feel?
I never have lyrics in mind.
Really? Dude, that's fucking, honestly, that's way more impressive. You know, like Jay-Z says he like never writes any of his shit down.
No, I didn't know that.
Dude, he just goes
Yeah.
in and just spits.
Yeah.
Same
That's
with Lil
insane.
Wayne, I believe.
I've heard Lil Wayne
Probably.
before.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard that with Juice WRLD, just going freestyle.
Oh,
all
he's
his
nuts.
shit, dude.
He's
That is
ridiculous.
that is the most impressive when
R.I.P.
you don't write anything out. You just go in and just in the moment, what comes to you is what it
Yeah.
is. that is so that's so crazy to me to think, because then like you see like a Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick Lamar like has like said like majority of the time he likes going in there with like something prepared, ready to go, like not wasting time in the studio.
Yeah.
He's like I'm in there to work. So like I like that idea that like, because obviously he's made greatness, you know, doing that. But it's also there's other people that made greatness just going in and spitting.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome to see like the different ways of doing it.
I feel like if I have words in front of me before anything's down, then my mind's already in a place that like this is what it has to be like. So I kind of like mess it
Oh,
up.
I see what
So
you're
if
saying.
I just go in
Yeah.
there and like sing something that has no
more free
words,
flowing.
then it like sounds more proper, like I think at least. And then afterwards, if I put the lyrics to it, I'm like, all right, this makes so much sense. But when I listen to music personally, I'm like the first 5 times, I'm really not listening to the words.
Yeah.
Like I just like the sound of music.
the aura. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree
then
with that.
melody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's what really put me on to Mac Miller at first when he first came out when we were in high school. Like I heard Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza and stuff.
Insane
and,
beat.
like all these beats, and then like I finally took the time to listen to the words, and I was like, holy shit! Like,
Just adds another layer.
damn, this kid's
Yeah.
like me. And then every other white kid in
Dude.
America felt the same way.
Oh yeah. he was just a frat boy. in the
Relatable. He's
beginning.
relatable.
He was the most relatable because he was like the beginning of the frat boy college party
Yeah, the
music
backpack
type,
rap.
backpack
Hell
rap,
yeah.
and then somewhere along the line got into like psychedelic trippy.
Oh, Macadelic is my favorite song of all time. Is 1 through 8 by Mac Miller. Like I literally think it's the best song ever made. But
This is my background. Hold on.
Yeah,
Macadelic.
put him on.
That
put
was
him
also
on.
the best show I went to. Was he played at
Didn't he
The-
do like
the House of Blues Boston for the Macadelic tour.
dude?
I've seen him like
Hell
7
yeah.
times when I was in Boston.
This is
Really?
an
Yeah.
inverted
Hell yeah.
version of it,
Yeah.
but I have that because Macadelic is my favorite Mac album, and then the other back of my phone is, I don't know if you know who Schoolboy Q is.
Yeah.
Oxymoron
of course
is
I know Oxymoron.
again one of my favorite. And
Shout
they were
Schoolboy.
boys.
So let me know if you feel the same way. So like,
Tell me.
say if you're ever chatting up a girl, like Mac Miller comes up a lot for me because I just like to talk about him.
He's the best, man.
But when girls are like, oh, I love Mac Miller, and I'm like, okay,
No, you don't.
What's your favorite album? This is what seals the deal. If they say The Divine Feminine and Beyond as their favorite album, I'm like, you don't know
You
him
don't
that
listen
well.
to
You don't
him.
know
don't
Mac.
know
Don't
him.
listen to him. Yeah, dude.
It goes in errors.
Yeah, that
Like,
really like puts me off. I'm like, come on, man. The early stuff was so fucking good.
It's
It's
so
like this ain't gonna work out between us.
It's
you
so
know?
it's so funny because I remember I got put on to Mac Miller when way back when. Do you guys remember like when Nick Cannon was hosting like the MTV like music like weekly update thing? I forget what the fuck it was called, but I remember one day I was watching the TV and it was Nick Cannon talking about new up and coming artists, and it was when Mac just dropped Blue Slide Park and the song Party on Fifth Ave was blowing up.
Yeah.
And that's the first song I heard of Mac Miller. And I was like, I was in middle school at
That's
the time.
wild.
Dude, it was crazy to think
Yeah.
about. I was listening to like Mac Miller in middle school, and then to see him from like Blue Slide Park to go to like a Divine Feminine or to go to like Circles is just like so weird to think that like you had the Blue Slide Park, the Macadelic,
Yeah.
Watch Me doing the sound off.
Faces,
Yeah,
banging.
Faces to then, you know, obviously something so completely different, like doing an R&B album with CeeLo Green and like
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so
Yeah, he was showing his
So
range.
weird.
He was growing
in a good way. Weird in a good way.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
very upset by that. I remember I was on the flight line like when I worked in the military.
When you found out that he
when I found
passed.
out my buddy McCarthy.
Yeah, where were we? What was it?
texted
2018.
the group and was like, Mac Miller died. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Please,
You're kidding.
Please
You're
be
kidding.
lying.
I
was
think that's
so
what I
bullshit.
said.
And I usually don't feel that way about like celebrities or anything, just because I told you guys I have main character syndrome. So
you are the celebrity.
You are the celebrity.
I'm not kidding. If you guys understood, like I look at myself and I'm like, you are the guy.
Yeah.
You're him. You're him.
That's the.
You can't look up to these celebrities.
Right. That's what you have. That's
Don't
the
meet your
mindset
heroes,
you
they
have
say.
to be.
They say don't meet your heroes. What do you think about that? Do you think they'll let you down?
So far, I've met. So I don't know if you guys knew this about me, but I worked for the PHX Suns and like that whole.
No way.
Yeah, I did security for the Suns.
Let's
Oh
go.
yeah,
And
I
so
want to ask about that.
I got to meet like a lot of famous people.
That's
One of my favorite ones that didn't let me down
Booker?
at all. No, he was cool, but Emma Stone. I got to spend the whole night with her because she's a Suns fan, and I was her personal security.
As in Gwen Stacy?
Yeah.
You were personal security.
Yeah, it was me and her and her husband. After the
Oh,
game,
shit.
she was like, I love the Suns. I'm like, do you want to meet the team? And she's like, you can do that for me? And I was like, 1 second. So I hit up my like security guard that travels with the team.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, Emma Stone wants to meet the team. He's like, who's Emma Stone? I'm like, dude, take
Gwen Stacy?
take 5 seconds and look her up. Literally 3 seconds later, he texts me back, yep, come back here. Everybody wants to meet her. But afterwards, she took a picture with me and like gave me a hug. And I was like, I didn't lose my cool, but I was like, yeah, you're great.
Oh my god, dude, she's fantastic. I love Emma
Yeah.
Stone.
Dude,
She's
that's
my Gwen
crazy.
Stacy.
Yeah,
Who else
she-
did you meet?
I love her.
Jack Harlow was one. I
No
didn't
way.
really talk to him that much. It was more like, hey, what's up?
You
I-
beat him in a freestyle?
No, I walked him to his seat and then dapped him up and left. Who else was a cool one? Odell Beckham Jr. I met a few times. I'm actually in his Instagram in the background.
No, you're
Oh,
not.
shit.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Hell
Is he
yeah.
a chill dude?
Yeah, he's cool. I mean, him and Booker are like really good friends.
Really?
But you got to think too, like unless they're coming up to talk to me, like I wasn't really gonna like ask them many things. I
Smart.
kept it
Yo,
professional.
Odell.
Keep it chill. Keep it
I kept
chill.
it professional.
Yeah, no, that's
You
the
have
best.
to.
I'm
You
also
have
not
to.
really like a sports guy. Like I work in the sports industry now, but I don't like watch sports. I think it's cooler.
Interesting.
I think the coolest part about sports is how avid of fans they have.
Yeah.
So from that
yeah.
perspective,
Rabid
I
fans.
love watching sports like that way because I don't watch the games unless I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll watch. Usually, I'll watch all NFL because I just love what they got going on right now. I think it's fun, other than the refs. But like, it is hard for me to get into like basketball sometimes. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm just not a big basketball fan, I guess.
Did you meet any of the players? Like,
The whole team, so they wouldn't be like, that's Steven Scarpa, but they're like, I know exactly who that is.
right? They would
Yeah.
like
'Cause they see you
recognize
all the
you.
time.
They see
Yeah.
me all. I mean, the coolest one that like knows my name was Scarpa was DeAndre Ayton. He was awesome.
Shout
Awesome
out.
dude.
Shout out.
Awesome dude. That's why when everybody was giving him shit on the Suns, I was like, dude, he's like the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what he does on the court.
Right.
That dude's just
The
an
fans
awesome
are
man.
crazy. They go so hard
Yeah.
on the players, man. And it's so weird because like how are you gonna tell the player what to do and like what not to
Yeah.
do? Like you don't play the game.
That's why they're called fans, though. It means fanatic. They're just fanatic
Yeah,
about
but
the
sometimes
sport.
they're just fucking out of their gourd. Like
100%.
sometimes I'll
100%.
listen to like Felger and Maz on the radio and then talking about like JT and how his son is like a nuisance. It's like, dude, what are you like mad about? You're just yelling at the clouds.
I don't
Like,
get
what-
how like
what's going on?
45 to 45-year-old men are wearing jerseys of kids that are playing in the NBA now. That really blows
children.
my mind.
Children.
That blows my mind. I'm like,
Children. It's
and
wild.
it's like life or death. Like if the Celtics lose, like they're gonna burn their jersey. Or
yeah,
like,
they blame it on fucking
yeah.
Tatum's kid.
I think I did
Right.
that.
What?
I think I did that once when I was like 12 years old when the Celtics with Paul Pierce before Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen joined the team.
before the big
Shouts
three.
to
yeah,
the big
before
three.
the big three. I did it. I like ripped the posters off my wall, and then the next year I was like, I don't even like sports. What am I doing?
We're back.
It really,
Oh, man.
it really puts it in perspective though, because it's like you growing up, like you, for me at least, I was like big into sports, like always watching, always following all the news, like players being traded, all that. And now it's like I really don't care about sports either. Like some people, I guess, like they go from 12 to 45 and just have the same mindset, which
Yeah.
I feel like you got to grow. Got to grow a little bit, you know?
Oh, like in sports or just in general?
In general, but like sports is a good example of that because like
well, they also have a
You know?
system. So, like, my current job is I work in sports data and analytics for the sponsorship side, like
Oh,
third
that's
party
sweet.
for all leagues. But like every league has a system that they want to start. So, say if you're, I think it's 9 levels of fandom. If you're
Okay.
a level 1, they're trying to build you to level 2 and then beyond.
oh,
So like when you see
shit.
the
High
NBA is
levels.
the NBA is a perfect example. Like they are growing so rapidly because they're
Yeah.
following this system.
So they're like grooming the fans
They're
basically.
bringing them to the next level of fandom.
So you think it's
Holy
kind of
shit.
like staged a little bit like WWE? Like
Game
there's-
wise,
Like not game wise of like I mean maybe game wise, but I just mean that like building like personas, building like characters. Like
Oh, for sure.
People that like turn heel, like they're a villain. Like LeBron's like a villain.
100%. I think
You know what I
that's.
mean?
I think it's gonna be hard when LeBron and like the Steph Currys and they all leave because they're deciding. If you haven't noticed, like they have a few that they like Anthony Edwards and all these that they're trying to build stories for.
Yeah,
But they haven't
stories.
really decided who the LeBron of that generation is going to be.
Yeah.
They tried to do Wemby when he first started, I saw, but it's like
like Giannis maybe.
they haven't found him yet.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not the same. Like
They're trying
LeBron
the
is like
storylines.
LeBron.
maybe
you know?
Bruce. You think
Shout out Bruce Brown.
Shout out Bruce Brown.
I think when
You
he
think
comes to the
Bruce could be?
Celtics, when he comes to the Celtics,
Dude, that'd be
he
insane,
will be the GOAT.
man. That'd be
I used to
insane.
see him when I was like, at the first year of COVID was the year I started like really interacting with everybody, and he came through the tunnel, like checking into the arena.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, because I had the mask on. I was like, damn, you ain't gonna say hi to me? And he had no idea who I was. And then I take the mask off. He's like, Scarpa, what the fuck are you doing in Phoenix? Like, took a photo with me to send to all of his buddies. I was like, yeah, I live
What the
here. I
fuck
work
are
for
you
them.
doing here, Scott?
But then every time I've seen him after that, like on court and everything, like he was probably just like in his head, like, what the hell is he doing in
Yo, it's
Phoenix?
fucking
That is
Scarpa.
so funny.
Because like
That's awesome.
What are the odds, right?
Yeah, during timeouts, I would be on court, like front and center, like in the middle of the court, like just standing
Oh
there.
shit.
And like I could sometimes I would see him looking at me. I couldn't like smile or anything, but
Right.
it was
Yeah.
just funny,
But it was
like
just
seeing each other.
That's crazy, like to see how far both of you kind
Yeah.
of went, you know?
Yeah, it was very very cool, surreal moment.
Dude, yeah. How was it difficult to kind of like get up and leave and like move to somewhere else?
No, I loved
Really?
it.
Yeah.
It's hard staying here.
Dude, you're so
Yeah,
right. I
bro.
feel like I definitely like the like initiation of getting up and going is probably like the hardest part. Like change is like always never easy.
For sure.
But I think like once you make the change, like you said, you'll never go. It's hard to stay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, that's like all these transplant cities too. So like I lived
Yeah.
in Phoenix, which is a transplant city. Like almost nobody's from Phoenix, so everybody there
That's
is
crazy.
new to the area, or they've lived there for 20 years, but they're still from somewhere else.
Right.
So
That's wild.
everyone there is way more like willing to help you and like build
Be
connections.
friends and shit.
Meanwhile, like the Bostons in New York are very
Fuck
like
you.
close-minded because they already have like people in their circle that can
Yeah.
bring in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's so true.
I never
Very
thought of that.
close-minded in the colder states for sure.
But I will say this about New England is the best people live here, as in just like people to shoot
Characters.
the shit with
Yeah.
and like just have a drink with. Like I have more laughs here and just like meet people that I actually enjoy being around rather than just a personal business relationship.
Yeah, why do you think
Yeah.
that is? You think it's because like we had to like learn to be funny because everything here sucks? Not sucks, but like it's obviously very
the
dark
weather,
and
the
shitty. The
weather.
weather,
For sure.
It's like the drivers, everyone's an asshole, so you kind of learn to be funny, like make light of it.
Yeah.
You think that's what it is?
I'd say it's a mixture of that and just people are so straight up with you here. Like,
Facts.
how's your day going? My wife left me. Like over in other areas of the world, like they'll just be like, I'm having a great day. Meanwhile, their wife left them.
Yeah. No, I hear,
But no, like they'll tell you and then be like, please drink with me until we black out.
yeah, here they're like, oh, the fucking person messed up my fucking coffee this morning. It dunks that motherfucker.
They'll literally tell you everything about their life.
Tell you
Yeah.
everything. They get so pissed off. I work with a bunch of old disgruntled men that literally just like, oh, dude, they just hate their lives.
You
They
think
gotta
it's
pay
rubbing off on
child
you?
Support. I think the negative the energy vampires get to
Yup.
me sometimes.
Yeah.
But like I get it that at the end of the day, like they probably just have no one to vent to. Like they're very like the macho masculine.
They
I mean,
can't
it's also weak in Boston to go see like a psychiatrist. Not that I've ever seen one, but like that like style of living is not accepted around
It's
here.
looked at
yeah.
like even still in 2024, it's like looked at as if you go to see like a psychiatrist or a therapist that you're like soft.
Yeah.
And that's like so backwards to me, but like obviously like because we're in the trades that like all the trades guys are just naturally like macho fucking I gotta measure my dick to you all the time.
And there's
But,
just
like,
a hard city, like straight up, Boston's one of the toughest cities.
yeah,
for sure.
exactly, for sure. And like I think they just like can't show their emotions. Like they clearly like pretty much they're all like divorced and like have to pay child support and they're like mad at their life. So like they
can't
just,
get
like,
enough Wendy's.
They can't get enough Wendy's. So all they do is just talk about fucking their problems because they have no one else to talk about it to. And like. And it's like, dude, like, listen, I'll listen to it if I can get paid. You know, I mean, I guess I am technically getting paid, but I wish I got paid like a therapist salary to like listen to these people talk about their fucking problems.
That should be a new segment on the show. Bring in,
Bring in disgruntled blue collar workers.
just save the blue collar field.
give them some therapy.
Dude, no, we could.
If you had people that were down to come in for literally a 5-minute segment, and it's just one random disgruntled person every time just to give you the lowdown on their shit, that would hit.
Dude,
that would blow up.
We could just have people phone in and call, like, you know, Therapy Gecko.
Dude, that'd
Yes.
be awesome.
We could have just people call in and say, "Oh, what you got? What's bothering you today?" And then we just fucking do some talk therapy.
The phone-ins could be, the play. I see that in our future.
But it has to be like disgruntled blue collar.
But we
it
have
can't
to
be
stick-
anybody
you
else.
gotta be
Stick
like
to the
45
plan.
plus.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they have the best stories.
No,
Yes.
you're right. Stick to our demographic. But have you seen the Therapy Gecko?
No.
All right.
Oh yeah, this dude's crazy.
So this dude Lyle Forever just dresses up in a gecko costume and just has. Hold on, let me switch so people can see this. So this dude dresses up like a fucking gecko, and will just like give therapy or like not therapy because obviously he's not a real therapist, but he'll just give advice to people and. Some of them like have the craziest shit. The Papa John's mistress. I was a drunk mall elf. Like what? But then when you look at, hold on, look at this. When you look at his guest episodes, look at this. Motherfucker, I didn't ask you to play it. Can I see the guest episodes?
Doja Cat.
Well, this one has Doja Cat on it, and she's huge, obviously, right? And then they got Eric Andre. He's had Danny Brown, Dominic Fike. Kazumi is a porn star. Anthony Fantano reviews music. It's an artist. Bobby Lee.
That's an EDM person.
Trevor
isn't it?
Wells. Alice in Wonderland.
I think so.
That sounds like a band. Young Gravy. Logic.
Did he do one
Danny
with
Blanco?
Steven Scarpa?
No,
Dude.
I haven't done one with a gecko yet.
Dude,
I think I
all
would
they do
remember
is just
that
like
one.
people will call in and they'll just like give it. Let's just show the people what's going on.
What's been the most persistent thought on your mind lately?
Caller nervous
Into your
about
life.
revisiting an old relationship.
You said it was
They're
your
just
fault
squatted up.
that you guys broke up.
Him and Doja Cat are just dressed
And
up
now
like
they're
geckos in
back.
the clouds.
You're wondering if you can maintain a friendship.
This is the shit
Do you
that
wanna talk
blows
about
my
about
mind.
this
And
in
dude,
your own words?
he's mad famous. He does like tours. Like he was
he
in
goes on tour.
Boston.
It's always the craziest shit
It was
though.
kind of
Like,
like
It's he actually. I gotta give it to him. He actually
believe me, I don't want to
is
be
like a very well-spoken,
as
smart
much as I'm
human
afraid
being.
of
in a
dying,
gecko suit.
And a
I
gecko
would
suit.
have wanted to stay alive after it to see my
That-
friends die.
That's what you
family
should do.
die.
Is you should
Like-
if you see you should replace this fear with a fear of living forever, and then you can satiate your new fear with your old one, which is thank God I'm gonna die.
Thank
And it
God.
becomes a meditative good thing.
Meanwhile, Doja
afraid
Cat
of-
has no
Oh, I
idea what's going
remember.
on.
She's so lost.
Mortality.
To an
That's what she
extent,
says.
yeah, because I know that like I couldn't defend myself in a specific situation.
I'm talking mainly about like
but
the inevitability,
just
not
the
like
inevitability.
yeah, not
No.
like I'm gonna get murdered.
No,
That's a
I
great
don't
point.
Think that I am. I think I just. Yeah, I don't think I am.
Yeah, she's lost in the clouds, dude. But dude, I'm telling you, I'll like listen to this when I'm working, just like listen to some podcast, and it's fucking funny. There's some good shit here. And I like the idea, just helping people out. Some people like, some people would rather talk to a stranger about their problems, which is very clear. Some people tell me about all their problems. I barely know them. and instead of someone that they really trust, which is odd. But why do you think that is?
I think just like because a lot of people that you trust, I feel like you have different relationships with. Like my,
Do you feel like they can't like actually trust them?
not that I can't trust them, just that maybe I trust them too much. Like they're gonna tell me what I
Worried
need
about
to
your
hear, not
reputation.
what I want to hear. I don't know. Like if I
think it's
a
very
good question.
multifaceted and very complex. I feel like I feel like I would want to tell my deepest things to the people I trust the most, because you would hope that like these people
course,
would
of
have
course.
your fucking back and would support you regardless of what you were about to tell them. But it's weird that like certain people,
it's hard to do because
maybe it's easier to expose yourself to a stranger because they
stranger,
have no preconceived notion of
Yeah.
who you are. So I guess you're just worried about how people are going to perceive you, because I guess we all not front, but like we try to like put on like a happy
Have
face.
a personality.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think, Scott? What do you?
I'm very transparent in my life.
Hell
man.
yeah.
If
Fuck-
I'm
hell
having a
fucking
bad
yeah.
day, I feel
Hell
like
yeah.
people see it. I mean, even on my social media, like I hope people can understand that like I'm very just like doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I really don't know how to explain that, but I'm very.
You're living your
that's
life.
me, man.
Dude.
you're just doing you.
That's me.
And I love that too. I think we were just talking about how like we want to like find our lane in this shit. Like obviously the goal would be ideally the channel takes off and we can do more content creating, because that shit's fun to us and we like that.
Hell yeah.
But like the only way we're gonna do that is just literally by being ourselves. because
100%.
There's no one else.
You can't
Everyone
fake
else-
it.
A lot of people try. I mean, people do make it by faking it.
True.
But at the same time, like, I want people to know exactly who I am, because my end goal would be for them to see my life, look all the way back at my first reels, because I'll never delete them. I'll just keep them up there, even though they're cringy. You know what I mean?
Archive them.
Just so they
Hell
can
yeah.
see them and be like, this is where he started, like, and look at where he's at now. Because I'm gonna be at the top of the pyramid for sure.
Dude,
100%.
top
Hey,
dog,
you heard
top
him.
G.
You heard him.
Claps.
the real top G
100%.
coming ASAP, Rocky.
And guess what?
Dude, I love that.
We're gonna be right there with you.
100%.
Having you on pod.
Dude, I want to
You
have
guys
the
do
whole
drops.
band on the pod.
This
dude.
is
I
the
want
first
whole band.
podcast that I've been on, so obviously you guys are gonna have a soft spot in my heart.
Hell yeah.
What do you think so far?
Yeah, this is great.
Dude, does the headset change things a little bit?
Yeah, I think I've kept the microphone down a few times, so I should
So
probably
that's
work on
also
that.
another good thing is, you'll be able to tell, like, because you kind of have to, like, throw up the mic. I'm not going to
Yeah.
lie. Pause. But, dude, you got to keep the mic mad close for you to pick it up. Because, like, look, you obviously can hear me, but not as well as, like, there.
Yeah.
That's such a crazy distance, you know? But I do like being able to just, like, sit down with somebody, across the table, have a full-on conversation, like, no phones, no anything else disrupting, because you got the headset on, you got the mics on, and it just makes you be in the moment.
Yeah, be in the
know
moment,
what I
just
mean?
gain new perspective,
Yeah. How important
We
is that to you,
learn
like,
so much
gaining
shit.
new perspective, being open-minded?
Open mind. I mean, I've been all over the place with just things that I've done. Like, I've tried so many different things. I think, like I told you guys, I was in a play in high school that opened my mind.
Oh,
Like, I
yeah.
started playing music. Like, I've just, like, from what everybody expected me to be at one point, like, I just flipped the script because I didn't want to, like, fit into a shell. Like,
Yeah.
I
Who
think
wants to
that-
be in a box?
And I think a lot of people do, honestly, because so many people are unwilling to try to get themselves out of that
Out of the
box.
facts,
Like,
bro.
One thing that always bugged me is, like, say if you're a tough person, like, they put on this, like, attitude of, like, I always have to be hard, like, mean, like, I have
Yeah,
to do all
definitely
these
in
things.
Boston.
But, like, why can't you, like, make jokes, like, be funny, and then if someone crosses you the wrong way, turn on the switch? Like, people just don't have that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, have a personality more than, oh, I can just beat you up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Facts.
So, like,
That's a great point. And I think we were just talking about how our whole life is a box. Like, literally everything, all the food you get is in a box. We work in a cube. Usually, like, majority of people work in a cube that has a box. Your car is literally a box. Like, our house is literally a box. We literally live in all these boxes.
They try to put us in boxes.
They try to put us in
man.
boxes all
Yeah.
the time, dude. And it's like, why can't I be everything? Why can't I be whatever the fuck I want to be? It's like,
You can be.
who was it? Was it Socrates that said, like,
let's hear it. I love philosophy quotes.
it's like a quote where he said, like, you want to be both a scholar as well as a warrior, because like there's nothing more powerful than like a strong mind and a strong body, something like that.
I think he also
Like-
said the tip of the pen is more valuable or lethal than the tip of a sword.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's deep.
Pen's mightier than the sword.
deep. Yeah.
That could be a Socrates quote. I have no idea.
It's like
I could be talking about fucking Aristotle. Who
Yeah.
knows? But
Yeah.
like, I do remember them saying that like you can be both smart but also like a warrior and in shape and healthy. And it's like I feel like look at the Hulk for example. Like when he's in his human form, he's a small little nerdy guy, but when he's the Hulk, he's a big dumb oaf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like why can't I be both strong and smart? Why
Yeah.
can't I be both sides of the spectrum? You know what I mean? Like why do I have to only be one thing in a box?
And
That's
I
the
feel,
thing,
yeah,
you know?
and people that fit into it. So say if you are a smart, like nerdy type, they're like, oh, I can't do that. Like I can't do like the sport or anything.
Yeah, it's not for me.
And it's literally just people in their own head, and that's why
In their own
like,
head.
I like the podcast too. Since this is my first one, is I get to at least open up about my inner thoughts that I can't really talk about in a
100%.
minute and 30-second
Yeah.
clip.
yeah.
Right.
So now people can explore like the backstory of like what's going on with everything that I do.
100%.
So that's
dude.
cool.
No, I think in the podcast too, because it's long format, like we're already over an hour. It's like
Damn.
you can't, which does not feel
that
like it,
flew.
but it's like you can't fake that. You know what I mean? Like you can fake like play a character in like a minute, little skit or clip that you put on TikTok, but you can't like when you're sitting down and really get into the like nitty gritty of things. You can't play a character the whole time.
You're just gonna
It's
be
impossible.
you. That's the thing.
You're
Like
gonna be you.
that's why we originally were doing like formal questions. Like we
went
talked
hard.
about that
We went hard
next
in the
segment.
beginning.
But now it kind of turned into like just kind of have a conversation and just
Let you guide honestly the conversation
yeah,
because
exactly. Cause
honestly the whole point of the pod was to like we know so many great people that come from here. So many people like Dan's one of them, Delaire, like shout out all the boys, the Bice, if you may.
all the bice.
And I think they're so talented, so amazing that I just like wanted to like shine a light on it. I just wanted like these people to have a platform to talk because like I see such great potential in all of them, including yourself too. That's why we wanted
Appreciate
you
it, man.
on.
Hell
And like
yeah.
we just want like again give you a place to shine. Like I
Yeah.
want everyone else to shine more than we ever do. Like I don't care if this ever takes off. I would rather people on it to take off. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Well, that's the good part about this too is like just having this type of community. You
Hell
know what I
yeah.
mean? Like I need this community in my life.
Hell yeah.
Like I
Yes,
need
dude.
people that want to go to the next level.
Dude, isn't that
100%.
crazy that it's like sometimes you're just on a different wavelength from other people? People are just like
I feel that way a lot of the
cool
time.
with being in a box. Like, oh, I'm fine doing this. And it's like, dude, like we're literally like meant for so much more. Like I tell this all the time. There's so much greater, more important things out there that I think we're meant to be doing. And like, why are we not doing it?
Yeah.
We are, well,
Because
that's
we're
the thing.
we're
Like
forced in this box. It's weird.
yeah.
I mean, there's things that slow you down too, like depression. It's like my love-hate relationship with alcohol.
That's a tough one.
That one will bring you down, and
That's a
it's not
tough
even
one.
your fault. But
Yeah.
like it just demotivates you to do stuff, and that
Yeah.
like when I was in Arizona, that was probably the most productive time of my entire life. But every day, like I would also like go out and party with my friends here and there, but nowhere near like what I did when I was back home or in Hawaii or any of that. But like I would have a great Suns game. Like I went to the championship with them. Like
fucking
like I was
amazing.
there during the
Oh.
NBA finals. But like after the finals game, that was at home because I wouldn't travel with the team. I would just go back to my apartment. Like I wouldn't go try and find a party afterwards. I'd go back to my apartment. I would make like a 1.5-minute video on my Mac, just like recapping my night, like what crazy things happened, like how I'm feeling
That's
about
sweet,
it.
dude.
That's
And then I would
sick.
go to bed and then just go to school and then do that again.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah. So, and that was just like,
In the grind.
I'm trying to get back
Productive
to
as
that.
fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
No, we're the same way. We want to be. I just want to utilize my time as best as possible, right? Like when you look at super successful people, like The Rock or like Mark Wahlberg, like do they like start their day like 4 a.m. They schedule
Yep.
everything out in like hour blocks of like what they need to do, how
There's
they get it
only
done.
so much time in the day, you know, and they try to take advantage.
They
It's
take
the
advantage
best.
of literally every second, and like I just want to do the same thing. Like I want to make sure I'm making time for the things that I enjoy and the things that I want to do, and put effort towards things that I want to actually see through. Like obviously, no one likes work, but like obviously we got to
gotta
dedicate
do
time
it.
to working. You got to pay
Gotta do
bills.
it.
You got to live life. You got to get that bread. But like obviously, I would rather be putting my efforts towards something else. But it's just not like viable in the beginning when It's just not.
The good part about it though is, like, right now, if we like be realistic with ourselves,
Be realistic, always.
would we like the final goal of where we want to get to? Honestly, we're not ready for it.
We're just not there.
We're not there yet. Like,
We're not there
if
yet.
we were put in that position right now, we would fumble the bag
fumble
because
the
we're just not
bag.
ready.
Yeah.
We got to
Yeah.
go through all the
the bumps,
bad
the
trials and
challenges.
tribulations.
Yeah.
trials and tribulations to
No,
get
you're
to
right.
where we want to
I
get.
mean, if I got famous when I was 19 years old, I'd be an idiot and dead.
yeah,
One
right.
of the two.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I
look
wouldn't. Yeah.
Look at all the shit that's going on with like the Nickelodeon, like, or the
Yeah, child
actors.
stars.
That's sick.
Like, imagine you
That's fucked.
Imagine you got into that at a young age and like how taken advantage of you would have been. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? No, regardless of like whether your own mistakes, like look at how predatory the whole field is.
Yeah.
Like even not even just for the children, even for the like the Harvey Weinstein shit going on. Even those actors were
Right.
getting fucked over, literally. Pause. But that's not
no
something to
business
joke
like
about.
show
I
business.
don't mean to joke about it, but because that's some serious shit. But it is crazy to think that like there are fucking these evil forces out there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, I think our best way is just being ourselves, doing it our own way.
You got to think
You
about it
know?
this way too. I'd rather make a cringy video now and just be in that moment of feeling like that. You know the feeling.
Yeah,
Like
of
it's like,
course.
oh,
2
But
views.
I'd rather feel that now than be 75 or whenever my time comes and being like, fuck, why didn't I do any of that shit? Like,
Yes,
that's going to be a
dude.
worse
Yeah.
feeling. That's
You
going to be
don't
a
want
way
to look
worse
back
feeling.
and say that, oh, I could have been posting this whole, like, these past 10 years, could have been posting every day.
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't post at all.
Because I already feel
It's
that way about
crazy.
when I was in the military. Because I took that time to like not think about myself. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
very like just in that organization.
Yeah.
And when I got out, I'm like, I missed some prime years of me being young, like to like really like tune into my skills on like becoming an entity of Steven Scarpa, like that people know,
Right.
making
But-
the brand.
At the same time, you might have needed that experience to, you know, or not convince yourself, but to realize that you need, like, to build yourself in a way.
Yeah, no, it's like you said, like sometimes you're just not ready or open to receiving things. Like there are times when like I'll be talking to people that we're just like not on a same wavelength, and it's like you're just like not there yet. You just like
Yeah.
can't be open minded to like seeing this a different way because a lot of people are just closed off and or only want to live in their reality. You know what I mean? It was like we use this technique all the time. It's like when you drove here, did you notice any red cars?
No,
But like there were probably red cars on the road, right?
I'm guessing.
So it's because like since you're not open minded to looking to these opportunities, you miss out on other
see 'em.
things. You don't
Yeah.
see them. That's just driving. Now think about that on your everyday. What other things are you missing out on? That because you just got the blinders on, because whatever reason is you're just closed minded, and it's just because sometimes people just aren't ready to like be open to receiving these things yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I saw a great quote the other day. It said something along the lines of, like, are your habits, or do your habits line up with your goals? Like,
It's the manifestation.
it's the manifestation. So it's
Yeah.
like, if we want to have a number one podcast in the world, which we will,
Which we will. Shouts.
we're gonna beat Rogan.
Be Rogan.
Hell yeah.
Like, we get a podcast, like, our life depends on it. You know what I mean?
That's the
like,
thing is,
that's
like,
the habit. Like,
we
we
Try
get a
and get
podcast
someone
consistent.
at least 3 times a week.
Yes.
At a minimum.
Yeah. Yeah.
At a minimum.
And it can be just like someone who mows the lawn, you know what I mean? And then just and then it'll
Right.
turn into something about their life that could be like some fucking shocking moment.
Yes.
No, I mean that's the thing about having the pod is like everyone has a story to tell.
Everyone has
whether they're
stories,
famous
bro.
or not. Like everyone's got something that they bring to the table, and that's why I love the perspective part of it. But it's even now that like we can live stream, and obviously live streaming is like the new wave of content. Really,
Yeah.
it's like I want to like review like music on live stream, like listen to it, have people watch, you know, talk about it, or we can talk about like we did one with the NFL free agency signings. Like we just sit
Yes.
down and talk about it. Like obviously we don't have anyone commenting back, but like it would be cool to have people in the chat talk about what they think about Russ and Fields going to the The you know
If
what I
you
mean?
build,
Yeah.
they'll come.
If you build, they'll come. Exactly.
100%.
So
They'll come.
Dude,
So,
they
like,
will come.
I love doing the podcast. I think it's probably my favorite content that we do. But I would also just love to do a live stream, not even just, I mean, I guess podcast style, but a live stream where we just all, listen, watch whatever entertainment we like and talk about or review it, like break it down.
Yeah,
and
we should review
that's my favorite type of shit.
some doobie videos.
Doobie videos.
No, dude, I fucking think they're so funny. I
appreciate
love
it, man.
it.
Because
I
we've been
love
talking
it.
about we want to do skits.
We
That
wanna
we've been
do
talking
skits,
about for
dude.
a
You
while.
Come to me with ideas for skits. I'm so down.
100%,
Dude.
dude. And then because we see,
need Doobie.
we've been talking.
We
We've been
need
talking to Lou. Lou wants to do skits.
Yeah.
Other boy, he's
Lou's a
big on
great-
YouTube.
I'll pitch
character,
one to
too.
you guys right now because like I'm looking for someone who will play a weatherman. I just need the perfect like weatherman.
Matt
but,
Honig.
But
Matt Honig.
the goal will be like we're gonna jump them because I'm sick of I'm sick of the weathermen
Being
in
wrong.
Boston. Like
They're just
straight
always
up,
wrong.
always wrong. So like the
And if
premise,
they're wrong, no one cares. Like,
yeah, so
they
the
don't get
premise-
fired.
They have a job and it's literally the easiest job in the world. So my like premise of the story
0% correct.
to jump them.
Yeah, so the skit, this is the skit, is I'd be talking about it for a second, like in my car or something, and I'll be like, if I ever see a fucking weatherman doing their job on the streets, I'm just gonna lose my mind. And then it cuts to a scene of like the weatherman like doing something outside that I jump them and I get back in my car with blood on me. But let me know if you know a weatherman
Oh my God.
that wants to be in it.
We
That
do
is
know a weatherman.
fantastic.
We do know a weatherman.
We do know a weatherman.
He actually lived up the street, but now he lives in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, yeah.
Is he an actual weatherman?
Yeah, Matt
Yes.
Honig. He literally was just like,
Yeah, if we want to talk about manifestation.
dude. He literally worked every day from like what, middle school?
No.
latest?
No. In
Maybe
kindergarten.
kindergarten, yeah.
At the Greenwood School.
He would tell the weather, dude.
The teachers would bring him around every classroom every Tuesday and be like, give them the weather report for the week. And he would present
wild.
it. Now he's on TV.
Good for him.
And dude, he did every day for his whole life. He literally trained his whole life for this. And it's like, how do you not become that? It's
Yeah.
like, it's just like
Do you
that's.
think he wants to get jumped in a comedy skit?
Honestly, he'd be down.
Honig would be down. He's a great guy.
Down.
He's a great dude. Shouts to Honig, man. I haven't seen him in forever. I hope
We
he's doing
need
well.
Matt Honig on the pod.
We do need
Shout
Matt
out.
Honig on the pod. But yeah, that is literally the clearest form of manifestation. It's not wishing for it or waiting for it. It's literally, I do this thing every single day until I just get there. You know what I mean? Because you just love it for the craft,
Yeah.
for what it is, and like
Consistency.
it doesn't matter
consistency.
whether like, I don't think he cared about the money or anything. I think he just loved it. Did it for literally the
He
love
just
of the
loved
game.
it, bro. He just
And, like,
loved it.
I think there's nothing more pure and more powerful than just doing it for the love of it. You know what I mean? And like literally did it every day. It's like habits, right? Manifestation. It's like if I want to be a NASA aircraft fucking engineer, well, I need to start like doing my like logarithms every day. I need to start getting crafty on the math. Like,
Are you talking about atomic habits? Is that why you said habits?
well, because he just mentioned habits earlier.
Oh, just regular habits.
Yeah, so I was just saying, like, your manifesting, like, what you manifest is what your habits are. So if your habits are like eating McDonald's every day, well, you're probably not going to be the healthiest person. But if your habits
gonna
are
manifest- gain weight.
Yes.
right, but if your habits
Manifest
are
weight.
that you go do exercise, you walk, you run, you lift weights, you dance, whatever it is, like, you'll probably be a fit person. You know what I mean? So it's very easily broken down to your habits. What do you do to your day to day? And it's like, yeah, if we want to be the #1 podcast people, then we need to fucking podcast. You just need to
100%,
do it
bro.
1% every day, because if you do something 1%, it just fucking adds up, snowballs and snowballs and snowballs.
I think it's,
Keep
what is
getting
it,
better.
like 8 minutes a day, every day for a year, and you're in the top 2% of like whatever that craft
Like,
is.
being a master of it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
Yeah.
Well, what is how many
8
hours?
minutes.
10,000 hours to become
is
a
that
master?
what it is? And
I
that
think.
equals like, I forget. I'm not good at that type of
It's
math.
probably broken down to like at most like an hour a day.
Yeah.
That's it.
But-
Imagine playing guitar for an hour a day for a year. That's 365 hours. How good? Which is not a lot in the grand scheme
Yeah.
of things. That's literally like what, like a few weeks. You know what I mean?
Well, that's like I'm not a great guitarist by any means. Like I can play guitar. I'm not gonna like take that away from myself. But I learned in 2020 when COVID hit. Like
Right.
I
There's
wasn't.
nothing else to do.
I didn't pick up a guitar before that.
That was the same time when I started learning guitar too.
And then 2021, like I was getting it, like I could play a few songs. And then 2022, 2023, I was playing like an hour a day every day. And that's when I started like posting videos and like I like got the hang of it. Now I've kind of slacked a little bit since I've been back in Massachusetts because I have a whole band that plays guitar way better than I do.
Right.
Every single player,
Why don't you?
even the drummer, is better at guitar than me.
Shout out the band.
There's definitely some like open chords you could probably just strum and
Yeah.
like, and do both singing while like doing a little extra.
But 3 guitars in one band, that's
that too much?
much?
Is that too much?
Yeah, I'm cool. I want to be just the lead singer. That was the goal from
That was the goal?
from the start. Like if I never
Fuck
had to
yeah.
touch a guitar, I was like, I want people to play and me to just create stuff
And your
like
voice
vocally.
be your
Hell yeah, bro.
instrument.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
you're just working like. So what do you do to work on vocal cords or your singing routine?
Just singing?
Good question.
Yeah.
It usually has to do with the acoustics of a room. So when I lived in Arizona, my apartment had amazing acoustics, and I miss it so much. I've been living in a basement in Massachusetts, and I just found out that there's mold in the basement, and like my voice has been so shot the past
No
few
way.
months. Yeah,
Is it because of mold, you think?
I think so, because like I haven't even been able to belt like. I did my most watched video so far is "Something in the Orange" by Zach Bryan.
Shout out.
I did a cover of that one, and that got 13.5K views.
Hell yeah.
And I've learned that song
Give it
guitar
up for that.
actually.
Yeah, appreciate it. Almost there. Only a couple million to go.
Only a
But,
million to go. But hey,
but
The
yeah,
day will
like,
come.
and then like it was like a slow decline down. So I got out of the basement, and so now I'm like getting it back. But I just sing in the car all the time. Like I've never
of
taken
course.
an actual lesson on how to sing. I just like
Always
to sing.
had it.
You have to. I wouldn't say always had it. You just have to be cool with hearing yourself suck,
yeah.
and then you get better.
100%.
Like record yourself and you'll be like, holy shit, this sounds so bad. and then you like and then you're like, okay, why does it sound bad? And then let me try and fix my voice on that and record yourself again. Okay, this one sounded a little bit better here, here, and here. Now let me like, how do I get this better?
Yeah.
I bet you can probably look up like some tutorials on YouTube too.
Fuck
right?
that. I like the way I'm doing it.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like
He's doing it the right way.
I think you just have like an ear for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just I think you know what you're doing. But some people like really didn't know like what even to like look for, because obviously you know what you're looking for. You know what sound you want. But somebody really had no idea. I bet you could YouTube University that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's like same for sports. Like,
Yeah.
It was
obviously
the same thing for this
you
podcast.
have the genetics of being good at sports, but like it takes
Right.
more than just genetics to be good at sports. Like you put the work and effort into it.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
like when you were doing something wrong, would you watch tape? Like how did that go to get yourself better? Would you just like have coaches that told you what you were doing wrong, and you kind of just were like, all right,
Yeah, I mean,
question.
it was a variance. Like coaches, like other players, like other. I would watch videos. I would watch like the pros do it, like see what they're doing, and then try to emulate that.
Yeah.
So I feel like with singing or whatever else it is, you could do the same thing. Like I know there's exercises you could do for your voice. I don't know what they are, but you can make your voice stronger, like
Yeah.
strengthen it. I don't know, but
well, all the screaming in the military
Exercises.
definitely helped me there.
and I feel like you just naturally have a good voice. Like even talking, like it just
I appreciate it, man.
It just
Yeah.
rolls off the tongue, you know.
It's very soothing. You listen to the headphones, it's kind of like. And you're watching Smooth Jams with Steven Scarpa.
But that came, I'd say this came from like, I'm not kidding. When the ages of 6 years old, I remember grabbing whatever camcorder was around and recording myself. So I was very like comfortable with my voice,
Main
even from a
character
young
syndrome.
age. Yeah, like I literally thought I was, like the world revolved around me.
Yeah, isn't that just like so?
which it does.
But isn't that so like natural to us? Because I remember doing the same thing when like having camcorders like first came out, like being able to do this in like the early 2000s, or being able to do it on a phone in like the mid 2000s. It's like you just like became a character. You were the main. You were the actor on the phone.
100%, dude.
And it's like I've always we were all in plays. I love doing plays, man. I think it's so fun, just entertaining a crowd. Like someone just wants to see this show, and you put on a good performance. Like they respect it. They live for it. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm not kidding. When I did that play, like when curtain call happens and you all go out there like one at a time if you're one of the main characters, and I got all those cheers, I was like, why the fuck didn't I do this from like day one?
Yeah.
I was like very upset by that. I was like, this was probably the greatest experience of high school for me.
Yeah.
Like I just spent my time smoking weed like an idiot and causing trouble around town, which was fun in the time. Like I didn't get arrested or anything, but
It was a good time.
I could have spent my time better than throwing eggs at cars and like throwing pizza at people. Like,
Well, we'll talk about like there is a high like performing and getting that applause and getting that reaction. That's a legit true high. Did you like? You must have felt that high.
I'm not kidding. I felt
High for
such a rush
days.
from that, dude. Like I've been chasing that rush for a
Ever
long time.
since?
Like I just enjoy. Yeah, I like being center stage. Like
Fuck
people
yeah.
seeing what I have to offer.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
that's
I
the
remember
Doobie skits for me, dude. I
yeah.
fucking was praising that shit. It was so good.
Want to hear something bad about the Doobie skits? So the other day again, like I'd say my dating life is like half and half. Some of them work really well, some of them don't. But I was talking to this girl. I met her on one of the dating apps.
Yeah.
Great conversation. Wicked hot. Everything was going
all
well.
that counts.
I was like, this is great. This girl, like, I'm taking her on a date for sure. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to bed. Like, I got to work in the morning. And she's like, all right, can I have your Instagram? I'm like, yeah, here you go. Did hear back the next
Oh.
No way.
Fuck her.
Oh,
Fuck
dude,
her.
I'm
Fuck
okay with it.
her.
I'm not
Fuck
going to change
her.
me. There's more than enough
Where's the
people
wah
out
wah
there.
wah? That's not it.
That's not-
Do we have a wah wah wah?
There it is.
Her fucking lost,
Hey,
dude.
no, but you got to play the game, and that's how it works.
True.
I hear so many no's, but I also hear a lot of yeses too.
Fuck
like I'm
yeah.
okay with the no's.
Fuck yeah. I love that answer. Yeah, you're going to win more than you lose, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, girls are very particular with what they want, I feel like. You can get the smallest thing gives them the ick, and then it's game over.
Oh, it's
It's
the
wraps.
Doobie skits for sure. But I
No,
love the
that's
Doobie
bullshit
skits.
because those are actually genuinely funny. She just didn't have a fucking funny
Here's
bone in
the
her
thing,
body.
dude.
That dumb
I think-
bitch.
I
Dumb
think
bitch.
she's scared because she's
She
not
isn't
go-
as funny as you.
She can't. She can't
I'm
compete with
guaranteed.
that level of
Exactly.
not even funniness, just you're
Personality.
not afraid to be yourself.
I-
You know.
Exactly.
I've had girls tell me that, not that specifically, but they tell me like, you want like bigger things than I want. Like
Yes.
they see like where my mind
get
is.
on my
and
level,
it's more
bitch.
like, yeah, like what I think what scares them is like, what if everything that I want does happen?
Comes true.
Yeah.
And
I
they-
think that
That's
scares
stupid.
the shit out of them.
I think they
what
know
is
it's gonna
up
happen
with
too, that's
people
why.
and like and feeling jealous and envious when they see other people winning? What is up with that shitty
No, I
fucking
think
mentality?
they're scared of it.
I think that's the tough part.
But I think they're also jealous to see like, oh damn, like look at him, he's gonna leave me because he's doing so good. It's like, dude, even if that were the case, like, go let fucking people live their life. Go let people
Enjoy your
chase their
time with me.
dreams, dude.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, why we just like try to like change people, or we feel jealous of people when it's like, dude, I want to see fucking everyone winning. Like, I just saw a post on Instagram. You know, Puberty. They post like current
Yeah.
event shit. That's how I get my news, basically, which is terrible, but whatever. But they posted a thing about the minimum wage being raised up to like $20 an hour, and people like were all freaked out. Like, why the fuck is a McDonald's person making $20 an hour? It's like, dog, like, good for them, man. Like,
That's
let
inflation.
them make some fucking money so they can literally support their lives, dude. Like,
Yeah.
why do you not want someone to pay their fucking bills? Like, what is going on?
I want them to pay their bills, but I don't want them, if they're doing the minimum, to have extra money to ruin the economy by inflating money, if that makes sense.
I see what-
because
I
if
see
they have
that.
extra money, they're going to spend it on ridiculous things that's going to make all of us in turn. That, like, say if you work
I see
so
that.
hard at your job that
True.
now you're the top person and the bottom person's making enough to not only live,
yeah.
but now they can go on like these crazy vacations. They can spend like all this ridiculous money. That's bringing the price of consumer goods way up, which in turn is gonna.
yeah, I see that.
You just dropped some facts on us,
No,
man.
and when you break it down economically like that, I see the problem with it, but like
That's not a personal opinion, by the way. I don't want people to not make money.
Yeah,
That's
right.
an economic standpoint.
right, an economic standpoint,
yes,
economic wise, I
100%.
see what you're saying, but then let's look at the corruption of what like politicians are doing, where they're using lobbyists and like insider free training to again inflate the money.
That's
So it's
insanity,
like
too.
so that's honestly,
Yeah.
in my opinion, more fucking criminal than like someone getting paid 20 and like, dude, if you get paid $20 an hour, like taxes like what 30%, like you're really only making like 70% of that. So it's like realistically, like obviously, like yes, everything else kind of does go up as well, but like still they're not even able to like pay their fucking rent, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy talk,
Yeah.
So that's why it's just like yeah, when you look at it at the standpoint of like for everyone else, like maybe it's tough, but like I do think like people should have an equal opportunity to make enough money to like at least pay your fucking bills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
And
mean-
especially when all the elitists are feeding off of everyone else. That's
That's a whole
fucked up.
nother
I feel
story.
That's
that.
fucked up.
But from like a smaller man standpoint, because like
Yes.
I didn't grow up with much. Like I didn't have a lot. I grew up in Wakefield, which is a nice suburb, but would I say was I at the top of the community? Absolutely not.
Yeah, same.
And
Right.
like with that like if I decided to go to college right out of high school, I would have had to take out loans, which I didn't do. I went to the military instead, made money, learned how to become a decent human being.
Smart route.
And then they actually paid for me to
paid
go to
for
college.
it.
So
Hell
right
yeah.
now
Smart
I have
route.
zero debt, like to school, which I know a lot of people do have. But just that comfort of not having debt allows me to play so much with what I want to do and what I want to be.
Yep.
Because like I'm not stuck to a job. I could leave my job. Not that I want to. I love my job. But I could
Shout out the job.
shout out the job. But I could leave it tomorrow and be fine and still have
Yeah.
money to like play for the next couple months and then figure something out.
Yeah.
But
No,
a lot of people are just so stuck in that because they
gotta
have to
off their
pay that.
debt
Yeah.
Because the mafia's after them, man. It's legit like a mafia. The student debt shit is like
Nuts.
Student
it's
debt,
brutal because like you
bro.
can go bankrupt off a loan that you got from the bank. Like that happens all the time. But like if say I was married right now and I passed away and I still had like because I have like what? I have like $20K left in debt and
Do you pay off more on the principal though? That's where you gotta.
so I didn't live at school, so that like saved me a ton of money. So that's why like obviously like 20K in debt is really realistically nothing to compared to like people we know that had 6 figures in debt from
Yeah.
school. So like I'm very grateful, but like still you got that way and over you fucking sucks. Oh fuck, I had to pay the fucking bill every month. But yeah, that's the thing is like you said like you don't have to worry about like a debt weighing over you. So like if like I said if I were married and I passed away, my wife now would have to take on my
Pay your
student debt, dude.
Damn.
She now inherits it. You can't go bankrupt off it. Like you can go bankrupt off other shit except for that, and it doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. I
Yeah.
think fucking education should be free in my
It's all a
opinion.
money grab.
Here's the one thing that I want everybody to hopefully learn from this segment is
Spit facts.
if you do have debt, I'm not just a nobody, by the way. I have my master's in finance, so like there's a little bit of knowledge behind. Yep, thank you, everyone. But
He's a master.
knows his shit.
if you do have debt, any type of debt, you're paying off the interest more than you are the principal for the first however many years. If you
Yes.
take an extra $100 of your money and put that on the principal every month, you can do this. Just ask to put it on the principal, find out whoever is in charge of this debt, and say you want to add a couple extra $100 to the principal. You're going to pay it off in half the amount of time because it's not going against the interest.
Genius.
The interest, yeah, the interest is so bullshit. That shit is so
Principal,
fucking
man.
bullshit.
If you ever, so I'm looking at houses now, and one thing that I've noted, like I got the spreadsheet because I was very close to buying one, but I didn't buy this house. And like for the first 15 years, you're paying more in interest than you are
On the actual- yeah.
house. Like
It's ridiculous.
So say a house is $300,000, you're paying $600,000 in total. Half of that's interest.
Yeah.
Because it's compound
Damn.
interest over it.
Yeah.
You're like 2.5%. That, or what's it at now? 7.9.
It's at like
You're like
7.
that's not that bad. But if you look at it over time of that 30-year loan, that's a lot
That's a
of
lot
money.
of money.
So
That,
if you
like,
just
That they
doubles
just
the
gained.
price.
Yeah.
That they just gained put in their pockets.
But this is how to beat them, not beat them because they're still going to make money. Is if
Right.
whatever extra money you have, instead of putting into a savings account or whatever, if you actually you could invest too, and that would make a lot more sense.
Right.
But any extra money that you have, put that on the principal, and the principal will go down, thus decreasing your
overall
interest
like
payment.
net,
Yeah, interest payment.
net
Yes.
loan. Yeah.
Lost my train of thought for a second.
No, I agree.
See,
like,
it happens all the time.
and I didn't even smoke weed.
No, that's the problem though. Is we live in a society where it's just like you just get. They make it hard to play the game.
Yeah.
They want it to be hard to play the game. I don't
It's
understand it.
it's a game though. Like
It's a game. So there's ways
it's a
around.
fun game. You got to find the ways
gotta
around.
find ways.
Yeah.
Don't
But-
let it be hard because it doesn't have to be. If you have that debt, like I said,
True.
there's ways around it. You just
True.
just don't be like, all right, I'm just gonna pay the minimum amount every time because that's what gets people stuck in that because they don't really want to play the game. But you obviously want to like succeed, excel. Both of you guys do.
Yeah.
I just don't want
So
shit
100%.
weighing over
Yeah.
my fucking head anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sucks, dude.
I was in debt because I bought a car as my first purchase in the military. I bought a Ford Mustang because I thought I was cool.
Hell yeah.
It was $16,800.
That's not bad, dude.
But the interest
What
was
was the
like
interest?
2.3. I had good credit, but at the
Yeah.
same time, like I had
Did you
that-
put anything down or no?
no.
Oh, so you're just
So I
paying
just
as you go.
bought the car, and so
Yeah.
I had that debt, and like I was drinking a lot. I wasn't really saving money. Like I was just having fun. So like
Dude,
that.
isn't that crazy how much it costs going out in a night?
oh, nuts.
Dude, you can waste like $200 minimum in a night, like just on
Dude.
Ubers, there and back, cover charges,
Especially in
drinks,
Boston.
food.
Especially if you got Doobie, that guy's a
Yeah,
maniac.
Actually,
that's
yeah.
what will take all your money.
It's like literally.
No, but I went out with my girl, and I was like, you know how it is when you start drinking. You're like, you think you have Mr. Moneybags. You're like, hey,
Mr. Money
you
bag.
and all your friends, I'll
let's
get
go
all
encore.
drinks.
when that
Let's go to
happens.
encore, dude. Let's go fucking throw 200 on red.
I'm like, drinks on me for everyone.
Yes, and then your card's bouncing, and you're like, drinks not on me.
Oh yeah, never mind.
I
Sorry,
need
guys.
the Venmo instant transfer right now.
Oh yeah, it's in transfer.
Oh, and your friends
Oh,
stick you
man.
with the bill anyways, and like, I'll Venmo you, and like 5 seconds later, you're like, all right, who's everybody's Venmo? Like,
Yeah,
this is how
yeah,
much
just
you owe.
request
Yes.
everyone. Dude, yeah, I feel like Murray told us a story of he went to go like buy a girl a drink and she was with him, gave the bartender his card. His card declined because whatever, like overdraft fee or something. He couldn't pay for
That's
it.
tough.
Imagine that girl
with the girl.
with the girl right next
I would
to
literally
him.
just look at her and go, I'm sorry about this. I'm going to leave now.
Can you pay?
I'm out.
Imagine,
I'll see ya.
Do you think he asked her to pay? I feel like that's a Murray thing.
Yeah, he probably did. I mean,
Probably asked her to
Damn,
pay.
you guys are outing this guy like
no,
that.
I love Murray. Shots Murray, dude.
we're out of the shit out of him.
Murray knows. Murray knows. He knows.
No, but here's the thing. There's not many options to go in that scenario. Like, either it's what you said,
eat it.
I'm
You
going to
gotta eat
leave,
it.
or we don't either. You leave, you don't want the drinks. That's what you say to the bartender, or you make her pay.
It would actually be pretty legendary if he ended up leaving with the girl that night and going to her place. So I would like to know the end of that
That's
story.
called wheeling. I don't think he wheeled.
That
I'm sorry, but I
would be
doubt
impressive.
It. That would be impressive. I would need to take a play from his book for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard out here in these streets, man.
These streets, man.
Tell us how to get women. You said you're pretty good at it. How do we do
Just
it?
keep trying, man.
Yeah, it's numbers
If
game.
you get
really.
no from one, go to the next one. I mean,
Sell me this pen.
Yeah.
You know, literally.
There's so many people in the world,
yeah. I feel like people.
and
Spit,
yeah,
TV, spit.
there's so many people in the world, so many different perspectives, so many. That's the thing. We talk about being in a box, like living in this little box up
Little
in
pond.
up in the
Small
pond.
fishes.
Yeah, small fishes. We're big fish in a small
Or
pond.
big fish in a small pond.
Sometimes you got to spread your wings and
Go to a
test
bigger
the
pond.
test the other waters.
What do you think?
I was just saying, like, a lot of people will like come on to podcasts or just like tell you about their life and tell you all the good. Like, I've been very transparent tonight in saying like the few times that I've had bad experiences
Oh,
with
yeah.
women. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude.
Because it's just part,
Transparency.
yeah, it's part of life, dude. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
if you've never heard no, then you haven't tried.
Oh,
Facts.
100%. And like, yeah, well, this is actually number 58 pods, so which is pretty crazy to think about with 58 pods in. But like, yeah, like clearly on the way there, like we've both gotten deep and talked about, like you said, the failures, the missteps, all that stuff. And like, I think those are the best things to talk about because I think people like need to know where you went wrong or like
It's all
learn
learning.
from your mistakes
Yeah.
in order to like, if I could prevent someone from making the same mistake I did, or like you just told people to pay off the principal, like something that just gives them a little edge, like that they probably didn't even know that. You know what I mean? And like, I think that's so
didn't know
important.
that.
Like, if I ever become a dad one day, like I would just want to show my kids, like, I wouldn't say like what to do. Like I wouldn't say you have to do this, this, or that. I would say just don't do these things because I made these mistakes. Like you said, like maybe I drank too much and spent too much money, or did bad habits. Like just show them the habits that I think are low quality and that didn't like serve me in any way.
Yeah.
Just don't do those. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Don't
Just
don't let
don't-
them repeat your mistakes.
don't repeat my mistakes.
Well,
please.
this is a good area to be in too. I'm gonna strike a nerve with whoever's in the audience, but like the '90s to I'd say 2006 hip hop
Hell yeah.
was actually a terrible time period because they made it seem like everything was just so easy and so natural. And like if you look at now and how like every music genre is being relatable now, they're like, no, like it takes a while to get here. Like I failed this time, this time, this time. Earlier in the 2000s, like none of them were like, no, it just happened overnight. I'm an overnight success. No, the fuck you weren't.
Yeah.
An overnight success
That's
takes
true.
10 years to make.
Yeah,
Right.
that is very true. Like who is an overnight success?
No one.
No one. I mean,
Do we
if you
know-
want to look at like
like
Lil
Ice
Wayne,
Spice?
They'll say they're an
Like-
overnight success, but I wouldn't even say Ice Spice because she's from a label. So she came from a label, which means she had some
Industry
type
plan.
of backing
Yeah.
before that.
yes,
You know what I mean? Like
100%.
she was doing something to get to that label.
Is
which
Eminem one?
it
But
popped.
I guess he was always grinding in
Yeah,
the craft.
that wasn't-
so
yeah,
I guess that
that's
wasn't
not
really
an
overnight
overnight
either.
success.
I guess like overnight in the sense of like finally getting eyes on. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but they were very like they wanted it to look like it was easy, so people just thought it happened to them. Now people, when they listen to music, see these things, they're like, okay, so it took them a lot of time, so I need to be patient. I need to figure it out.
Well, yeah, we mentioned, we were just talking about how I think Sam Jackson didn't win his first Oscar until he was like 60. Like what?
Bro.
Like
Leo just won it like 5 years ago.
Yeah, Leo just
won it in his like 50s. Yeah, like
Harrison Ford was a carpenter at 30. And then he became Indiana Jones, Star Wars, all
Did you guys like John Mayer?
I love John Mayer, dude. Are you kidding me?
I don't know if you. So this was from his early days, but he said in one of his interviews, he's like, I didn't know when it was going to happen. I just knew that it was going to happen at some point. So
I love that.
He was like, I could have been 40 years old and been fine with becoming famous then because I know I would have been the best 40-year-old guitarist of my generation. Like,
Is he the best guitarist?
I think he's fucking unbelievable.
He's got to be up there.
He's just.
I mean, he's like
overall
Stevie Ray
talent.
Vaughan, who's also probably the #1 guitarist of all time, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Really?
But yeah, he takes a lot from his book and just how he plays. I think he's
John Mayer is great. I'm a big Gary Clark Jr. fan.
Okay.
I love that type of, electric guitar. He's very like kind of Hendrix-esque.
yeah.
But
I also love just like music for women too. Like I like slow jams like that. That's why I like my first song was a slow jam
Prince,
for
dude.
women.
Wasn't
You know what I
Prince
like?
Unreal on guitar? I think Prince
Yeah,
was a go-to
have you heard his?
guitarist.
He did a cover of "My Guitar Gently Weeps" and he wrecked the solo.
Hold on.
Did he?
Let's
Like,
look it up.
Did he?
Oh my god!
Let's look this up. Let's look this
Yeah,
up.
let's get eyes on.
Yeah, his solo is unbelievable on that. But
My Guitar Gently Weeps.
yeah, with Prince,
Yes, sir.
that one right there.
This one?
Yep.
Let's watch. Let's watch.
He's still doing it.
Can everyone
This
see it?
is the all-new Snap 4 Lux, the
Still
phone
doing
grip
it.
that doesn't suck.
Still doing
It's
it
made
in the
from
grave.
aircraft grade aluminum.
I was just about to say, what? Tom Petty's up here? Where? Right here? Is that with Tom Petty? Dude, no way.
You're gonna have to get to the solo. So like,
Oh, right,
hover
right.
over it till you see him just like going off.
Shredding.
Yeah.
Probably around here. Oh, yeah.
Right. Yep. Yep. Right there.
Where is he?
Right there.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson, for sure.
Tell me why.
Just
That's amazing, by the
You can't
way.
beat his voice. And
know,
you
right?
can't beat like just
He's
the
more
amount
of
of
an
hits
icon.
that he had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Hits on
people-
hits.
people
More
would-
slaps than the Beatles.
People
Yeah.
would faint when he would come out on stage. Like, people would literally get carted away because they would see Michael Jackson like he was a god.
Plus his dance moves were fire.
Yes.
Dude.
I wish I could dance like that.
Oh my God.
He's a smooth criminal, man.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, I think my favorite Michael Jackson song is "Rock My World." Do you know that song?
Rock my world.
Should we play? Should we play a little? Let's play a little
Yeah,
MJ.
I mean,
I can't
think
condone.
of it.
I can't condone any of the allegations regarding against him, whatever if they're true or not. But I gotta tell you, he is the king of pop for a motherfucking reason.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He is the king of pop for a motherfucking reason, dude. You guys know this song? Bro, I used to listen to like my I think my mom or dad.
Yeah.
Should I throw that on?
That's probably one of my favorites.
Let me throw it on.
I just like beachy vibes.
Dude, the
dude.
beachy vibes. Can't beat that. Sunny day.
Yeah.
You know, catching rays.
Nothing's bad when you're on the beach, man.
That's so
You're right.
true.
We used to drink bottles of Loco Nut rum on the beach in Hawaii.
Hell yeah.
That's how we
Loco.
would spend our weekends.
Yeah, this definitely is a vibe back in.
shit
This
is
is like late '90s vibe for sure.
Yeah, they did it right.
So you said you like beach vibes?
Yeah.
Let me know what you think about this song. Oh, motherfucker. Here we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear, guys. I just so mad. I think they're really talented.
I was impressed with their show because I saw them twice because I had to work their show. Their show's unbelievable. The lead singer is really good at just like inspiring people when he's on
Dude,
stage.
he controls the crowd.
Yeah, he's really.
This song's, it's a fun song. This song goes crazy. They can do rap shit.
What's the lead singer's name?
Kurt something or Fred something.
He has a
Look it up.
song with. I don't know if you've heard of Youngblood, but
the band or the
guy.
the guy, yeah,
dude,
he's on
I
shit with Machine
love
Gun Kelly.
his music.
He's
Dude,
a
he's-
dog.
He's nuts.
He's got that good punk rock vibe
Yeah,
to
I-
him.
He wears
love-
like the choker.
Yeah. I love punk rock too. Like I used to love Green Day when I was a kid. I still
Dan
do.
Reynolds.
Yeah, but
He's
he
the
has
lead
one
singer.
with Youngblood because I think Youngblood has one of the best voices I've ever heard.
Dude,
No, it's actually amazing. Like
Nuts.
screamo, but like sounds good.
Yeah,
Like,
the one with him and
good
MGK.
screamo.
Like,
Yes.
I love MGK, dude.
I do too.
I'm a big fan of MGK. So he actually just dropped
I listen to it. Lost Boys.
genre Sad Boy.
Yeah.
It's funny because I actually like Trippy and MGK, and I think when they collab, they make really good music.
See, I'm not a fan of Trivia Red.
Boo.
The first song is so good, but he does that whine for way too long.
Hold on. Where is
The
genre
trippy
Sad
one,
Boy?
the trippy red one.
Yeah. He does it way too many times. And I'm like, this song, like, I liked his chorus a lot.
I'll throw
but he
on
did that way too many
some
times.
Trippy that you might fuck with. But this song,
The best song that he has is Can You Rap Like Me?
he can spit. This song with Trippy and MGK goes crazy.
Yeah, I've been listening to this a lot.
This one goes hard. I like it a lot.
Brock
I know they
is
do want to
his
keep him
thing,
in a
though.
box. Punk rock is literally his thing.
His
He's
punk rock is
great.
killer. Those two
Oh my
albums.
Listen,
God.
I think Machine Gun
So
Kelly is a
good.
great rapper. I think he can rap well, but I just think he fits the punk rock scene
Yeah,
so much
he
better.
does.
If it, yeah,
Like,
it
dude,
fits him.
he spits on this album.
When
on
he
this-
did Tickets to My Downfall, I was like, this is one of the hardest albums. Like, I love
Yes.
this.
I was raving about that album when it came out. That's all it would play.
Plus,
Yeah.
you got to think, it was produced by Travis Barker, and, like, it's pretty much Blink 182, like, music with MGK on it.
yes.
Yeah.
That's how I think about
Which
it.
is-
And he was
Fire.
already doing music with Travis Barker before he dropped that album. He was
Yeah.
already slowly getting
Yeah.
there. It's just people, like you said, people are just fucking, they're envious, dude. I'm telling you.
I'm sure there's a lot of Blink 182 fans watching this. I'm sure there's just millions of people watching this, but
Yeah.
that they're pissed that I said that because MGK is on Blink 182. But
I do gotta say though,
But I think it was a great collab. It was a great collab.
I do gotta say
100%.
though, you gotta listen to. You probably know this song, but I'm gonna play it anyways.
Topanga.
Trippy and Juice go crazy on this shit. And Life's a Trip by Trippy.
he said, I'm the bullet in the barrel and the gun that shot Kennedy. I went,
I
bah.
think that they do it on Spotify, but like if you click on an artist and it says like influences, and it'll list like other artists that like kind of
Yeah.
created their style. Who do you think for you would those artists be?
Great
Creativity
question.
wise, Mac Miller, just like trying to explore like what's going on in my mind, because as I do produce words, like I want it to like resonate with people, because like I'm not like, I didn't have the worst life ever, but it definitely wasn't a great life as a kid. Like I had a lot of
Yeah.
messed up things happen to me, and I feel like there's a lot of kids that can relate to that.
Resonate with it.
That
Yeah.
I hope that like I can just be the piece that people find whenever they're coming through that journey
That's
of life.
amazing, dude. I
And
love that.
I
That's so
felt,
important.
I felt like that was from Mac Miller. I'm huge into like, I like making songs for women. Like if I were to
awesome.
see my perfect crowd, like I don't want to see a bunch of sweaty guys. I want to see a bunch of beautiful women out
Beautiful
there
women.
that are
Hell yeah.
that are messing with my stuff.
John
So-
Mayer type shit.
Yeah.
Look at-
John Mayer type.
John
so
Mayer. is
John Mayer,
perfect.
like
Morgan Wallen.
I actually really like Harry Styles. I think he's
Oh,
awesome.
Amazing voice. Amazing
Yeah.
voice.
His music's
Amazing
good.
in concert as well.
You saw him
You've
in
seen him?
concert?
So I actually work security. I've seen like a
Where
couple
were you?
concert, the Garden.
Why'd you
He-
stop? That's an awesome job.
It was kind of just like a college job.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like what you were doing. You were with the players and all of that, but I was just kind of like standing in front of the stage. Like I wasn't
Yeah.
couldn't
Just
even
being
watch
tall
it.
you
in
were
the corner.
barricade.
Yeah.
Barricade.
Just like
Yep.
yeah, like look like this to see the
Barricade's a
performance.
tough one.
But yeah, no, great performance. He had the crowd, like we'd say crowd control. Like everyone loved him.
Yeah, I
Great
mean,
performance.
his first album, like the song Kiwi, that is a rock song. That's not like a pop song. That is a
Yeah.
rock song, and it's good.
I haven't
And-
listened to enough of Harry Styles, but I do think he has like a fantastic voice, and I do think he's super talented. And I mean, he was in One Direction, right?
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
that band had plenty of fucking hits, dude.
Yeah.
Like people love them. So
I mean-
I don't doubt that they're killing it.
Like I grew into liking him because obviously as a kid you have to hate Justin Bieber because he's doing everything that you
Also,
wish you
amazing
could do.
voice.
Yeah.
Amazing voice.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. So I wouldn't say I pull a lot from him. I just like his music. But
The Biebs,
if I'm
dude.
pulling from people, it'd be Mac Miller, John Mayer, like Sublime. I get a lot of raspiness in my voice from him. Bradley Noel,
Shout out.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
That's like a deep-seated question. I'd like
Yeah,
to think.
no, it's tough.
I'd like
It's
to
tough.
think I get a
Because
little bit of swagger from ASAP Rocky. Just the
hell
way he,
yeah.
My God.
Hell yeah.
I like how he
I'm
dresses
so glad
and
you
all
brought
that.
him up, dude. I love
So-
ASAP
Hell yeah.
Rocky. So funny enough, my favorite rappers, like my personal favorite rappers, if I had to put like make a Mount Rushmore of my favorite, it'd be Schoolboy Q, ASAP Rocky, Mac Miller, JID.
Who's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper though?
The goat of rap is it literally has to be
Sap.
Eminem. The goat of rap
Well,
has
What's
to be Eminem.
what's your Mount Rushmore?
Of
of rap? Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's hear it.
That's a tough one.
Just 4 people.
4 people. So I'd say Akon,
Shout out. Rod would count in my opinion.
Rod Wave.
Really?
Rod Wave's
Yeah.
great. I love Rod
I've heard a
Wave.
lot of good things about him.
I love Rod.
Great artist.
Well, Uzi, just because
Uzi is-
I listen to
I
him
love
so
Uzi.
much.
I
love
like,
Uzi.
coming up.
I love Uzi,
That
dude.
one-
I love
He's good,
Uzi.
but
He is devil
I don't
worship,
listen
but
to him a lot.
I love Uzi.
he is. I think he's
He has heat.
outstanding.
He has heat.
And 4 would be. Damn, who else do I listen to a lot? Kenny Mason. We'll go Kenny Mason.
Dude, Kenny Mason. I'm so glad you put it.
Give it up for him.
You were just
Dude.
at his show the other day, right?
We were just at the Kenny Mason
have you
show.
listened to any of his music?
No, is he from
Let me-
Boston?
No, he's from Atlanta, actually.
Yeah, he's Atlanta. He's like he signed with
Will
J.
he come
Cole.
on the show?
Well, he's not signed with
Oh, he's
Dreamville.
big like that.
He's small but big, like growing. Like his
Yeah.
show was like 500 people, but
Dude,
it was like packed house mosh pit.
It
and
was
shit.
sold out. It was sold out mosh pit.
Okay.
And he
He's
isn't
getting
signed.
there.
Yeah.
He isn't signed with Dreamville, but he's done a lot of work with Dreamville,
Which means he's gonna blow up.
which
Yeah,
he should blow
he's
up.
on-
But let
he's
me.
on track, bro.
I'll play you his newest album, a song on there that is like he. What is his genre?
He's like rap primarily, but he's got like alternative rock.
All right.
He's got like
Kind of like a
trap.
Denzel Curry,
yeah. He's got like headbang.
He has
and shit.
music with Denzel Curry.
Triple X Tentacion.
Yes,
Yeah, a
very
little bit
versatile.
like-
All right,
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
So I'll play you.
No, you would like Kenny.
This is my
for
favorite
sure.
song on the album.
well,
so
that's
far.
you know what, I'm gonna add to my inspirations Triple X Tentacion because I listened to his album
Oh, dude.
and when he's played that song, I dug 2 graves for us, my dear.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was him for the longest time, and I was like, wait a second, this guy has so many
It's like a
different
country
genres.
song too, right?
More like a sad boy punk type thing.
Yeah.
But he has so many different genres on that album that I was like,
dude.
this is what I strive for.
He
Like
did
I
it
want
all.
to just
He
do
did
what I
it all.
want.
Do whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't put you in a box. I can make whatever music I want to make. Yeah, I think the problem with his music is just that it wasn't finished. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't around long enough to really see it through, which is so sad because of where
How
it was
good he
at was
was,
already
bro.
so amazing.
Yeah.
Like you'll notice that like on certain albums, like it's only just verses, like didn't get a chance to make a hook or a chorus, or it's only like a chorus and no verses.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know if that was like genuinely intended that way, or if they just didn't have a chance to like
Yeah.
finish it. But like either way, it always sounded good. Usually, you know, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, X was crazy.
This is a very slow, chill song. Like I remember when he performed this at
Yeah,
in
the
the
lights
concert.
on.
He was like, he literally controlled the crowd. He was like, all right, everyone, I want hands up, and then lights on.
The
and
lights,
it's-
I love that.
it was-
That's a dream right there.
They're all just doing
the
that.
day I
It's
can
insane.
get the lights on everybody's phones up for whatever song that I have, that
Yo, Wasted Life comes on.
I'll
they're
check
just
a
like
box
that.
for that. I don't know if
Yeah.
Wasted Life will be it, but
Then he can go
Well,
on the
that shit's
hard like rock and rap like this song. And his producer named Coop goes hard.
Hey, walk through the ghetto, the to talk to the devil. Gun in my pocket, it might be a setup. I got some comments and I could get wet up. I got it coming.
Yeah, he'd just be like, open that shit up, and like the whole circle opens up, and then just mosh pit going in.
I do enjoy how rappers are starting to do mosh pits like rock shows.
So dope.
Dude, I think we were just talking about how I think like rap became the new rock.
Yeah.
Like after like Nirvana and that whole wave of things kind of settled down, rap became that new like flood of like fanatic. You know what I mean?
But they
like,
didn't have like they had a different type of crowd control. Like it wasn't mosh pits for early '90s rap. It was literally people fighting and killing each other at the show.
It was a very different
like East Coast,
aesthetic.
West Coast.
Yeah, and what's happening now is like they're actually like I saw what's his name, Baby Keem. I worked one of his shows.
He's great. I love
and
Baby Keem.
They were moshing. I was like, this is legit. Like this is gonna open these people up to like rock and like all these other genres. Like just being in that type of environment, because like
hell yeah,
if one rocker goes to a rap show and like it's Baby Keem and he's moshing in there and he tells one person or like 10 people that night, he's like, dude, this is what all rock concerts are like.
Yeah.
Dude, then they're gonna be like, all right, let me explore this a little bit.
Let's go to a rock concert.
You can hear so much Nirvana like inspiration from like XXXTentacion, Kenny Mason, Mac Miller. Like you can hear it in their music, like the grungy like guitar. Like this song is like this is one of the mosh pit songs, but like you can hear like he's definitely very inspired by Nirvana. Dude, this shit was hard when he's like, open that shit up. Open that shit up, dude. That shit was so cool. The pit was fun, man. You ever been in a pit?
Yeah.
Dude.
I used to have to like break them up in the show. Like I had,
Really?
Dude, at one point, I think it was during the Baby Keem show.
Was it bad?
We had to stop. Like the goal was to stop them because their security asked us to stop them for some reason. I was like, people are literally wearing shirts that say, I moshed at a Baby Keem show. Like, why am I going to try and stop this? But
yeah, that sucks.
I tried, like, for one of them. I, like, went into it because I caught it right as they were opening it up. And I was like, you guys can't do this. Come on. And that's when he's like, mosh it the fuck up. And it dropped. And I just, like, got engulfed in it. I'm like, God damn it.
So you got to just vibe to it.
Afterwards, everybody was like, nah, you can't break that up. And I'm like, I tried.
Yeah, no, there's no way. Like you go to mosh and have a good time. You know what I mean? Like I like originally when we went, I was like, I don't know if I want to be in the mosh. 'Cause I like never had been in one. I didn't really know like what went down, but I know like sometimes it goes down.
That's like 90s Limp Bizkit.
Yeah,
That's
like
different.
people like punching each other in the face.
Yeah, that's like
dude, people still do that Limp Bizkit
people
concerts
really
in
trying to
2024.
fight each other.
But so yeah, I didn't really know. But then, whatever, we were chilling on the wall, me and Ty and our boy Z Kane, shout Z Kane, and we were just toking up, you know, in the club, chilling, like watching the show. It was sick, and then all of a sudden, you just see Ty phone up. Darts in the middle right as they're opening up. Darts to the middle, and he just fucking moshing. He's the tallest guy in there almost. So you just see him.
It was like a younger crowd there too, so like everyone was probably like 21 or something. And I was just in there like, bang.
Dude, and he was just fucking hopping up and down. We were like, dude, he just fucking bum rushed in there, and it was sick. And he came out, and he was like, dude, that was electric. And it was
nothing better, dude. Nothing better,
dude. So we were like, all right, next time we're all going in, dude. We went in. I literally got thrown around. I got lost.
Yeah.
Like, we went in the second time, and like they had to like hold on to me because, dude, I'm 5'2", like 160. Like I'm getting swept away, dude. Like it was
five or 6'2" on your money.
6'2" on the money.
Well, have you been to an EDM show, like a big name EDM show?
I've never been.
Like Steve Aoki.
Oh, no, would you count Two Friends as like a
I don't
big?
know them. But
right,
was
so
it in
no.
like the Garden?
No, it was at Fenway.
Oh, that's a big one then.
That's
like,
big.
Yeah,
Relatively big.
But like
Steve Aoki is the EDM guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't he cake people?
Dude, we were on the floor. So
no,
we went to a
weren't.
Kendrick Lamar show.
Let's
and
go.
he was the closer. I thought I was there for just Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, he was the closer.
Dude, this was in high school.
Not even the opener.
That was the first time I was introduced to EDM, which I'm not the biggest fan, but it's cool to see how crazy the people are there.
Yeah.
And like that was a sea of people just all messed up. That was I recommend trying it out once.
Yes.
Holy shit. Apparently he throws a cake 80 feet and drills somebody.
Yeah.
Actually,
Dude, he's like mastered
accurate. He's
dead
eye
accurate.
No, that's not from
accurate.
Well, Money
Accurate,
is
my
all
bad.
about flexibility.
Sorry,
so you can
fuck
make
this
it your own.
goddamn
You can choose pre-built layouts
ads,
for
dude.
anything.
I'm trying to watch this shit. This dude's in a wheelchair, by the way.
Oh, cake this man.
They lift up this kid by his wheelchair.
He also throws like big inflatable rafts. And people get in the rafts and actually surf it. It was wild, man.
That's fucking dope.
These people are a different breed.
I sneeze so bad.
God bless.
Where's the cake? Look at him. He's got the tongue out. Holy shit. No way.
Yo!
Drilled him. He drilled him. How did he do that? We're going back.
That's nuts.
The accuracy. It was like toppling over.
That's a big cake.
He's probably done like 300 of those a year.
Dude, look how big the cake is. That thing must hurt. That probably killed.
That kid's like, put me down. Oh, shit. He's got
Yo,
drilled.
put me down. Dude,
That's dope.
Steve Aoki, all right. He's a fucking
Next time he's in town, check him
banger.
out.
Yeah, we got to check him
Dude,
out.
I'll come with you.
I
We got to.
Steve Aoki makes great music and like he does like really good mashups. Hold on, let me play one song by Steve Aoki.
Steve Aoki featuring Steve Scarpa.
Steve Scarpa and Steve Aoki.
No, I would for sure do one with Skrillex if anybody.
Skrillex.
Have you seen
100%.
Skrillex
He's
play
the
guitar?
OG.
Yeah. No, I actually haven't seen him play the guitar.
All right, hold on. Wait, we got more important shit to show you. Let me show you this one last thing, and then we can get back to the conversation.
I've seen him make. Yeah. How much time are we at, by the way?
We're over 2 hours now.
Woo. God damn. Oh, shit. That's late. Later than I thought.
My friend Skrillex is gonna come up and
Do you know who
play
this
the
is?
fucking guitar for me tonight, bro. I
Dominic
swear to
Fike?
God.
I've heard that name.
I swear to God. He's gonna
So Skrillex pulls up. They're about to perform one of Dom's. This is my favorite Dominic Fike song, by the way. Skrillex hops on guitar.
Having him put his own twist onto something that I make would be like the coolest thing, because he like
He's a great
he
artist,
turns
dude.
it into a completely different song.
As you'll see, they go hard. Wearing a Metallica shirt. I love this song, dude.
I used to live out west in a collective. Everybody got arrested because nobody wanted to sleep. Used to dish out verses on purpose. If you wanted to work, you weren't as good as me. I don't know if the time is coming to an end.
Skrillex, Skrilluminati.
I feel like I like this guy's music. I need to listen to him. What's his name? Dominic
Dominic
Fike?
Fike is
Yeah, you would like him.
amazing.
You would like him.
This shit, they go crazy on guitar. Dude, he's screaming his heart out. I love it.
Is this how it sounds on record?
No, I wish it did though, because there's nothing like better than like hearing a live version of him just going. I'll play you the regular version, and it's still a fantastic song, but like, dude, you can't compare that. You see him fucking going crazy.
Yeah, it's cool he has a live mic.
Dude, I mean, I have told Ty like relentlessly that I think we need
Dominic Fike on the show.
On pod, yes.
We need Dominic
Dom
Fike on
Fike, we
pod.
know you're watching. Come
Round
on
of
pod.
applause.
But I think
Give him a round of applause.
I think the way to listen to albums is live albums. Live is the way to
Live
go,
albums.
man. In my opinion, what do you think?
I don't know, because I think it's cool as its own separate entity, honestly.
True.
Because
true.
like you're gonna get introduced to someone normally just through streaming services, and if they're just screaming like that, chances are like half of that population won't go see you in concert.
Yeah.
But they want to hear you scream when you're in concert because they're screaming while you're in concert.
Yeah.
And I think the coolest feeling.
It's time and place.
So this would be a cool feeling, but I think number one of being on stage would be able to just put the mic down
And have them sing it for you.
I think that I would go viral for having a huge heart on during that first time.
Dude, that's so I think that's so true because I was just listening to it. Hey, you remembered it too. I didn't know what it was.
Emphasis on huge.
I was huge. I was just watching an interview with Kid Cudi, and he was saying that he went to go see a Kendrick Lamar show, and he was saying that there were like moments where he would put the mic down and they would sing everything word for word, and he was like, don't get me wrong, like Kid Cudi was saying, like I have that at my show for sure, but like not the way Kendrick had it at his show. He was like, my goal is to have it exactly like that. And I was like, damn, what a fucking feat! That has to be the best high of all time.
Imagine like the words you write and you sing, you record.
Everyone knows them,
Yeah.
and they just resonate. Like I was actually just talking with Z Kane the other day. Two of my favorite songs ever are both samples. So let me play really quick.
Kendrick also brings someone on stage. Like he used to do it at least. I don't know if he still does it. Every single show, whoever he saw singing every word, like around his area, he would bring him up to sing one song. It was usually like backseat freestyle or something.
That's dope,
I don't know if he still does that, but he used to do that.
That's just showing love to the fans.
So what does this song sound like?
Yeah, I know what the Halle Berry. Hallelujah.
So this song is called Silver Soul by Beach House.
When did this come out?
Great question.
This is what he sampled? Damn.
This is what he sampled. Let me look it up, actually.
This is one of my favorite Kendrick songs.
Dude, this is my favorite song of all time.
Although I will say that J-Rock goes harder on it than he does.
I do gotta give it to J-Rock, man,
That was a
because
sick verse.
J-Rock.
fucking J-Rock kills it with the last shit.
We
dude.
met J-Rock.
We met a version of J-Rock.
What do you mean?
Yeah, bitch.
Especially because this album was like literally made as a short film to talk about like what he went through in the hood.
So
and
dope.
like
Good Kid, Mad City.
this album literally talking about home invasions and like the shit he would do. And then also, here's another song. Cherry by the Chromatics.
Do you know the other J-Rock as well?
I haven't met that J-Rock.
From Trailer Park Boys?
Oh, yeah. Fucking Bubbles and all them, or what's his name?
You ever watch that show?
I've seen episodes.
Dude.
What's the guy with the glasses? Bubbles.
Bubbles, yeah.
Bubbles. Shout out
He's
Bubbles.
funny.
Shout out J-Rock.
Shout out J-Rock.
Best rapper of all time. Hangers from the album, but
This is probably the most listened to song
it makes
from
you
that album
contemplate life.
because this is like frat boy
Yeah,
Mac.
I remember this.
This song goes hard, but my favorite on this album is between Fight the Feeling with Kendrick or The Question with Lil Wayne.
Oh, the question's a good one, too.
Question is crazy. Sometimes I wonder who the fuck I am.
Yeah. This album helped me out a lot. I was in high school when this came out.
Dude, isn't that crazy?
Such a banger.
And it's a banger. 1 through 8 is 1, 2, 3.
I feel like it
It's
really
all
did.
great.
It just like opened like other people felt those questions. Like you obviously ponder them in your head, but you never really like talk about it. And obviously,
Yeah.
I don't know about
Yeah,
you, but me and
there's
my
some
high
deep
school
songs in this.
friends really weren't pondering the question of life too much. We were just having fun. So
Yeah, I think I didn't get super existential until I started kind of like smoking weed.
yeah.
I guess I kind of
When did you start smoking weed?
like right around when the pandemic happened.
Really?
Yeah,
Your
like
first
2020.
time?
No, my first time I was probably like 15, 16 in high school, like at a
But you
party.
didn't really smoke
But
that
I just
much.
like if I were to smoke, it'd be like offered to me, and like
Yeah.
take like a fake rip and like pass it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And like it wasn't really until like I kind of went out of my way for it until like the pandemic time.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't regret it. I think like there's definitely like more productive things I could be doing, but I think it made me a more like loving person, more caring, more open-minded, and like who doesn't want those values? Like, who doesn't appreciate those qualities in someone that can like be open and honest and transparent and, you know, be able to see your side? Because some people, like we just talked about earlier, live in their own reality where they don't see the red cars and like what other people are going through.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you get fucking cut off by someone, they flip you the finger or whatever. It's like, damn, like that person, like they probably got some demons. You know what I mean? And it's like some people will fight back and get into fucking. They'll roll down the window. Yeah, fuck you, and it's like, dude, that guy could fucking.
It's worthless, dude.
Bop. It's worthless. It's worthless. It's just like.
What about you? First time you smoked?
First time I smoked. Well, I didn't start smoking till college, and actually, it was the first time was an edible.
That you got baked?
Edible's like the worst. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you get wicked baked off them.
But here's the thing.
Here's
the thing. Baked. The first time I got baked off, I ate the edible, and it was like the greatest thing ever. And like ever since, I've never even like felt that good off an edible ever. Like, edibles don't work anymore.
You just get wicked lethargic.
Yeah, edibles. Like, I don't like edibles anymore, man. They fucking. Because
you never know what's gonna come.
They never know.
Well, I only do it when I just like want it because like my mind's constantly turning. Like if I don't smoke weed,
that is a good thing about weed. It definitely slows you down.
It just makes me not think about it. Like I'm legitimately brain dead when I smoke, and like that's why I could not function if I smoked.
Good way,
like
in a good way.
Yeah, like it's usually right before bed. Like during the day, I can't smoke because I have functions to like do.
You gotta do shit. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like I wouldn't want to be at work high, but like I'd go to the gym high. I'd go like do this high.
I can't do any of that. I would. If I smoked before the gym, I would sit in the chair like ready to bench, but I would just sit there and look at the mirror and then like forget what I was doing.
I just think it makes it more enjoyable to process. You know what I mean? Because like there are times when it's just like grueling, but when you're a little bit high, you're like, all right, this ain't that bad, you know? But yeah,
to each their own, though. To each their own.
I think there are certain things out there that people need to do that can eases them up a little bit. You know,
a lot of people can smoke and function like. One of my friends probably makes the most amount of money that anybody I've ever met, like millions of dollars, and he is high constantly.
No shit.
Like straight up constantly.
You don't want to be high all the time either, right?
Yeah, but it works differently for different people. Like if I did that, I would probably have $0 to my name.
Yeah.
True. I would like to think like I definitely smoke a lot, but like I'm pretty like conservative about it. You know what I mean? Like because you don't want to be high all the time either. Like, even if you can function that way, I don't think it's a good way to live either. Like, you should want to feel like the lows, like the highs, the lows, and be able to navigate because...
A little bit of clarity.
It's good.
A little bit of clarity.
Being sober is good.
Yeah, being sober is good. And, like, I just think
kids,
that, like...
if you're watching, sober's the way.
But smoke and drink, just stay away from, like, pills and stuff.
Yeah. Dude, pills is where it gets...
Stay away from that.
Well said. But
that's where it gets scary, though, is the
pills. Yeah, you got to be able to be, like... okay in your own mind, which you're not going to be that way even if you smoke weed 24/7. You got to be able to figure out your mind when you're completely sober. Which
100%.
I mean, you didn't start smoking until a later age, so like
I was about 23.
Yeah, so you're pretty comfortable.
And I think like if you're gonna take drugs, you should at least be 21 at minimum. If not 25, realistically.
I mean, same thing with drinking, but obviously it happens before.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, like, it's not a perfect world. I can't say, like, if you're 16 and you're at a party and someone offers you it, and you're like, it's hard to say no with the peer pressure. But, like, so I understand it's unrealistic.
Say no to drugs, kids.
Listen, if you're a cool kid and you're at parties in high school, like, it's okay to have a drink. It's okay to have a little bit of a toke of weed. But as soon as they stop bringing the pills around, get out of there.
Get out. That's not cool. That's not cool.
Just make sure someone else takes them first.
Yeah. Don't do any of that.
Yeah, don't do any of that. But yeah, obviously it's unrealistic to ask young kids to, abstain from doing things like that. But like I just think like mentally for you, you should probably wait till you're at least like 21, 25, honestly, because your brain is fully developed. Obviously, again, unrealistic. But I think like
just let life hit you.
Let life. Let life, because life comes from you. Like, you live your life the way it comes from you. Not life doesn't, like, come to you. You know what I mean? So, live your life the way you want to live it.
Yeah.
In a responsible way.
I didn't really have any guidelines as a kid, and I'm, like, very thankful for that because, like, it allowed me to figure out, like, who I was and, like, what I was able to do. So, like, I just want kids, honestly, if you're going to do that stuff, no one's stopping you. but just
Right.
look at what happens to you if it does. It's never anything good.
So
Yes.
although you feel
Everything
like
in moderation.
although you feel like you didn't have guidelines, did you wish you had some form of guidance a little bit?
I mean, I had guidance. Like, my mom was like working constantly, just like keep us afloat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so I saw that, and like she worked very
hustle.
hard. So like I got that from her. My grandfather was a big figure in my life. My grandmother, they were very like prominent. And then like just I'd say like a big reason for me joining the military because I didn't have a fatherly figure growing up. So like I
Be
did
the man of the house.
I did the military because like at one point I was like I need like some sort of discipline from where I'm at right now. And I remember thinking about this as a kid. I was like, I think the military would be a good option. The Marine Corps, yeah, they're a great father. They really make a man out of you. So
Yeah, they'll whip you into shape for sure. So I think that's really cool though that you had that idea in your mind just because from your surroundings, like you knew like this is what I want and I want to pursue it, and you did it. And I think that's super important. You know, it's funny because like I had like a similar thing where I was really fat in high school, and like
Shout out Josh Peck.
Shout
Shout out.
and like I knew obviously I had a problem, but I didn't know like what was the way to go about it. Like you thought, you know, like the military would be a good way for that. I thought just like getting into sports would be a good way for that, and like no idea why. I just picked it, and luckily it worked out for me for the best. Like it really pushed me to want to physically be at my peak. You know what I mean? For the sport. So
it's all about self-actualization. If you can't figure out what's wrong with you, then nobody else is going to tell you.
Facts.
Yeah, you're
no
right.
one's gonna figure it out for you.
You're so right. I had like a self-actualization moment where it was like, okay, like I don't really know how to do this or where I'm going with this or whatever the fuck, but like I'm gonna do it. You know, I'm gonna fucking see it through. I want to get to, you know, where I want to be at. So
yeah,
and it worked
Hell
out.
yeah.
It worked out in the end. So.
Now you get the
Something
12-pack,
like
biceps,
that.
to the
Hell yeah.
moon,
Something like
all
that.
of that.
Something like that.
But
Oh, man.
would you say that's the moral of the story?
Yes, Scarps. What is the moral of the story? What can we tell? What can we tell these people? Anybody watching out there? What can they take from this?
Moral of the story, I mean, we kind of covered a lot from
We did
finance
talk a lot
to
of
self-actualization to God knows what else. Magnolia being the GOAT. Yeah.
Who to go?
Just go for it. If there's anything to learn from anybody in the world, is the most successful people just went for it. No matter what type of money they had, where they came
They just
from.
jumped in.
They just went.
Yeah.
They fucking
And I
went
bet you
for
there's
it.
some cringy moments in their lives too.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
Millions
yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Millions of cringy moments.
What about you, TB? What do you gotta say?
Yeah, just piggyback off that. You know, go for it. If you got dreams, you better chase them. That's a quote from Rod Wave.
Shout out.
Shout out. But yeah, man, it's all out there. Like no one's gonna do it for you. If you got a dream, like take the steps day in, day out, and you will get there. It's gonna vary, but depending on who you are, how long it takes, but you will get there. Consistency.
Yeah, I guess what I would say is no one has ever gained anything by staying in their comfort zone.
That's a fact, man.
No one has ever improved or made it anywhere better when they just stay stagnant. You know, in order to go somewhere you've never been, you're gonna have to do something you've never done.
Yes.
So
100%.
for people, I would tell the same thing like you said. Just jump in, like stop being afraid, stop tiptoeing around, just fucking go all in, and you're not gonna get better if you just stay where, you know, we stay with caution to the wind. You know what I mean? You gotta fucking fuck that. You gotta fucking jump in, take the risk, because it's like Izzy Adesanya said, like when he won that fight against Izzy, when Izzy knocked out Pereira, and said like, I just like wish anybody could feel this happy as I do once in their lifetime.
Yeah.
He's like, but you won't get that if you don't risk it for something. If you don't go for anything. So that's all I would leave. Take that risk,
leap.
man. Take the leap, jump in. Fuck the comfort zone. People like to sit on the couch and watch their Netflix. It's like, fuck that. Maybe you got to get up at 6 a.m. and, I don't know, kill a motherfucker with Doobie, dude.
Yeah,
you gotta do something, man. I don't know.
Take an Uber drive.
Take an Uber drive with Doobie.
Oh, I forgot one last thing.
Yes, sir.
I have a song, Wasted Life,
Yes,
on
sir.
Apple Music and Spotify.
Yes,
and
sir.
then my band, we'll be releasing music. Follow me on Instagram at the official Steven Scarpa. We've said that, but
Yes,
one
sir.
more time.
One more time. What's
You
next?
go-
What's coming?
You guys
else?
know where to go.
What else is coming?
What else is
What's
coming?
new? What else is coming for you?
We got an album dropping as the band.
Yep.
And then we also have more Uber driver videos that these guys are going to be in.
Hey, sick. Thank you to the live crowd.
All right, let's dance this one in. Yes, or
Dance it out, man.
Dance it out.
Scarps.
Appreciate it.
Scarps, thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
This was
appreciate it,
fucking
guys.
dope. Let's go.